I understood that reference.
Sorry about that. There we go. Legion of Creators, episode 43, December 20.
No, December 30th.
30th. Oh my God. Yeah, right. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve.
December 30th.
I'm Luke. We've got Kenna and we've got Joe, our regular cast of characters. And we're going to talk about Stranger Things. We're going to talk about, seeing that's the big topic, right, guys?
Yes.
All the articles, man. All the articles be happening. It'd be crazy.
It's our big 2025 wrap-up episode. Talk about like our top 3 movies, top 3 TV shows, and we'll do a little bit of other stuff. Fallout, the newest episode of that came out. A little Percy Jackson in there, and there's a new Thor trailer for Avengers Doomsday. So let's get into it.
Legion of Creators.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Hello, Underground.
Hello,
Oh,
Underground. Welcome. We're the 6-7 gang now? Okay. That's fun.
Oh boy, there we go.
I actually said 6-7 in my review too. So that's actually why he probably said that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So how you guys doing? How was
Doing
Christmas?
Oh, I didn't celebrate Christmas. We're pushing it.
Our family didn't do much.
The spirit was
No.
there.
The spirit was there, yes. The
I've
Christmas
been watching
spirit.
Christmas movies even when I've been watching them late. So
Hey, nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that. You know, Christmas is when you want it to be.
Exactly.
So you became a motivational speaker now, huh? That's
right.
your pitch. The Christmas is what you want it to be. That's
Well, you
fine.
must be rocking some Christmas skins, right, Kenna?
I don't
From
have any
Marvel
Christmas
Rivals?
skins, no. But guess
No?
actually, guess what came out? A trailer for a Lady Loki skin coming on January 2nd for Marvel Rivals.
Oh, there you go. You must be excited.
Mm-hmm.
You-
I
thought
don't
you
know if I'm
hated
getting
Lady
it right
Loki.
away. I didn't do anything really either for Xmas. Oh, yeah, Underground. It's okay. It's a little weird.
okay.
It feels a little weird
Are
this
you
year.
hyped for Lady Loki?
I am hyped for Lady Loki. I just don't know if I'll get it because I don't play much Loki, but I'm just happy that it's there. And also, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a limited time skin, so even if I don't get it right away, it still will be there.
And
The
it's
only
not
skins that
Sylvie inspired, so that's
It's
good.
not Sylvie. No.
That's what I was wondering.
It is not Sylvie inspired. It is comic accurate Lady Loki with long black hair, no blonde bob cut, nothing. No, it is Lady Loki, and a lot of people thought it was going to be a Hela skin, but it is not. It is actually Loki. But I do think that they even got a new voice. Well, I think the voice actor for Hela is doing the lines for Lady Loki, because when you put on the skin, obviously it's not Loki's voice. It's like a, woman's voice, so.
Well, that would be kind of weird if it was regular Loki's voice.
Well, I mean, he's a shapeshifter. He doesn't always have to change his voice if he doesn't want to, right?
That's
You
fair.
could have a man voice while being a girl. Hey, Jake,
Hey,
what's
Jake.
up?
What up,
Welcome,
Jake?
Um,
Jake the Snake.
I'm
thought it was
mostly,
Jake the Cake.
the only skin that I really want, on January 9th is the Jean Grey skin and the Adam Warlock skin.
When do those drop? You said January 9th?
January 9th. Mm-hmm. So.
For me, I have been the Thanos of collecting Christmas skins. I got my Bucky, I got my Star-Lord, I got my my Daredevil, of course.
Right, the Daredevil one is good. I was just disappointed in the Penny Christmas skin. I just didn't love
I didn't
it.
get Penny. Penny's the only one I didn't get. I really do like the Star-Lord, especially because when he
the
does his
Nutcracker.
and he says "Happy Holidays" as
Yeah.
he comes down, and you doing his ult. So I thought that was fun. They're fun skins. We got a lot of good skins coming in January because we got a new character coming in January. So
Deadpool.
yeah,
I think the 13th, right? The 13th of January
Is
or
it
the
the
16th?
Still gotta
I
play
think it's
Deadpool
16th,
VR.
maybe it's the 13th.
It's either the 13th or the 16th. Those are my guesses. Yeah, he
I'll-
might be the
I'll
first hybrid role because
Yeah,
he keeps
I'm
switching
definitely planning
through.
on. I'm definitely excited. I can't wait. I'll be playing some Rivals tonight. I'm down. It's gonna be fun. I've been having fun playing Rivals, finding my characters that work best, and
You
yeah.
guys are the rival gang. The Rivals gang up in here.
Yeah, and then
That's
Lucas
what's
gonna be
up.
like, Lucas gonna leave us alone. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna go play Fallout.
I'm
Screw
gonna
Rivals.
go back to the wastelands.
Yeah. Keep losing comp matches and go back to the wasteland.
Yeah, I will.
Is that your new saying? Keep losing.
Well, it's what's been happening.
Yeah, I'm just hanging
That's
out
awesome,
in the wasteland.
Jake. Can't wait. So Jake says season 6 starts 2 weeks from Friday.
All right.
Yep.
Oh,
News
yeah, we
from
gotta
the
play
Marvel
some Shredder's
gang.
Revenge too, Underground. That's right, I forgot. But yeah,
But
we gotta
enough
get into
about
our first
Rivals.
topic, guys.
January 16th.
Um,
All right, I was right. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so
Jake.
let's dive into one of these other subjects, eh? Who's seen the Thor's teaser?
I have.
All right, you guys have. You know what? I'm gonna throw it on right now while you guys start talking about it. How about that?
All right, sounds good.
On not on this
Right.
podcast.
I know
but
you're
for
gonna want.
myself.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
You go first, Joe.
Yeah, so it's Thor's back post Love and Thunder, and we get to see a little bit of him tucking his daughter Love in bed, and he seems very content being a dad. And I think that's interesting. And then it seems at some point from tucking his daughter into bed, we see him rolling up looking like he's Infinity War Thor again, not Thor Love and crap Thor. He's no longer Goldilocks. He's got the short hair. He's got the Stormbreaker. He's got the beard.
Serious.
You said what?
I said it's serious Thor now.
Yeah, he's back to that Shakespearean. Like he's talking in riddles and kind of going crazy.
Does mother know you weareth her drapes? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure Tony's gonna have fun with that one. I'm sure Doom's gonna mock him for sure. Just not in a funny way, because Doom's not gonna be funny. He's gonna be very
no
serious.
funny bones in his
No
body.
more funny. Can't have him be too much like
No more
Tony.
Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah, there you go. We're watching Spawn Princess now.
Swan Princess, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah, that's
Can see
Doom.
her.
Doom song.
Yeah.
I really liked how the scene is like he's like you said on the phone call a while back with me, he's like praying to Odin to give him some, power or motivation
Mhm.
to defeat Doom. Or, obviously it's gonna be Doom. We know that, even though he's not referenced in this trailer.
Yeah.
I do think though, unfortunately, because Thor, it was Steve Rogers first, I'm like, okay, he has a baby. I don't really care. Thor, back to serious Thor. It's nice to see him again as a, serious character, and actually have him go through stakes compared to his last movie. But the leaked X-Men trailer with Cyclops, I feel like it takes away the shine from Thor's official trailer. Because I do think
everybody. It jumps everybody
Yeah.
because everyone's freaking excited about it. Like, I'm literally telling you, Kenna, I'm going out to the theater to see Avatar again next week because that's when the trailer officially drops. Because I want to see my
you
goat.
want to see Cyclops on the
I
big
want to see
screen.
my boy on the big screen. I want to
Mhm.
see the audience reaction. I want to see, are people going to lose their mind seeing him in that Jim Lee classic suit with the beam? Like, Magneto's lines sound dire. It's hype, man. People, I've been telling people this. I've been having a conversation with this over the Christmas season. People are over the Avengers. It's all about the X-Men.
It's X-Men now.
No, normies are all about the X-Men. Everyone's talking about the X-Men. So
Mhm.
even the normies.
I also
are like,
just find
"Bring me
the X-Men to be way more relevant now, especially today. It's good to bring some X-Men stories into the front
I
screen.
think so. I think
Mhm.
it's cool. I mean, I agree with you. I think the thing with the Steve Rogers one, that it had no competition and it was just out the gate. Like, the baby thing isn't the exciting thing. I think it's just that we get confirmation that Chris, we'll talk about that in a second, Jake. That Chris Evans was back. That was the thing. And that Steve Rogers was back. I don't think it had anything to do with the baby. I think it was just, holy shit.
Right, Steve Rogers is back.
Chris Evans has been lying to us? What? He's actually in the movie? What? Even though I knew he was lying.
So
I
Luke, you
think we
just
all
watched
knew
it.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the Thor?
I think it's
Little
awesome.
tease.
I like you were saying, where it's like it's serious Thor again. I mean, that's what I want to see. You know, is like Thor, like in a more serious light. I'd like to see all of this Marvel stuff in a more serious light, and I really hope that's what Doomsday goes for, rather than like
they're gonna go for more serious than comedy, because they toned down they toned down Gambit, and so if they were gonna do the comedy, I don't think they would have toned down Gambit. So because Gambit and Deadpool and Wolverine, as much as I love Channing Tatum and love Gambit, he was, to fit the Deadpool movie, obviously was very silly and the accent was very much like you can't understand it in certain scenes. So they definitely toned him down. So we'll have to see just how much they toned him down. But like, I think this movie also will have some comedy, because if it's true that Deadpool is going to be there at some point, there'll probably be some jokes, but I think it will be balanced, where you're going to get really serious, because you got a villain that is going to be very serious, very dangerous, very much the tone of these Doomsday trailers, or teasers, whatever you want to call them. It feels very somber and very serious. Like, especially if you watch, like, these two teasers are cool, and I enjoy them. But once you watch the X-Men one, which me and Ken were just talking about, like in full quality, it looks dire. Like we got Sentinels, we got the X-Mansion blowing up, we got Cyclops pissed off or forming in front of the battlefield, ready to watch it, unload on everyone. And like Jake says here, next week's trailer's gonna hit 1 million views easily. And like, I wouldn't be surprised, because people have been freaking out on Twitter for the last 2 days. Even just a low quality version, just Cyclops in that Jim Lee suit, is making people go crazy. And I think I've seen more people excited for Cyclops in his new costume than I saw people go over Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I've seen people. People were obviously excited during that time period, but I'm seeing a lot of people going like, "Holy shit, he's getting the Jim Lee suit. Cyclops gonna be moving like a beast in this, like 97 level," and like people are hyped for the GOAT to get the respect he deserves. You know, I'm stoked. And honestly, they should have made that trailer the last trailer that they ever released, because nobody cares about Shuri and Reed Richards and their science.
What's the fourth trailer going to be? Is there a fourth one?
Yeah, it's Reed Richards
and Shuri.
Okay. Doing the whole,
I still think it's going to be good. I still think that trailer is going to be good, but obviously I do agree, the hype of Cyclops coming back.
It won't have hype. That's the problem. Yeah. So I was like, all the other trailers, they built up like, okay, that's kind of cool. I'm glad this is happening. Oh, cool. Nice to see serious Thor. Then this X-Men trailer comes out. It's like, yeah, holy shit. We're back, guys. Like, the Russos are ready to cook. Damn. And then next one's going to be like, oh, cool. The X-Men's interacting with Shuri because we're not ready to bring T'Challa back. Okay. It is what it is. No worries.
Well, I liked Shuri in Wakanda Forever, so I really think Shuri's not going to be an issue in this movie.
The less screen time she has, the better in this movie.
Well,
no, I don't think that's. Still do good things with her character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially if she's working with Reed Richards. I think that's
she's supposed to be one of the smartest people. So
I just hope that we go back to her being a scientist.
That's what I want
and being smart. My fear is that she's gonna be half and half because they made her the Black Panther. So. Right.
I get that, but I think there's a way they could make that work. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Like, what if she's in the Black Panther suit and she's in some sort of fight, she loses somehow, she has to retreat, and then that's where she goes back into her scientist role because she knows she's better in there rather than out there.
Because I'm just over her looking like an instant badass with no training. So I would prefer, like, I really did not like. I know you were a big fan of Wakanda Forever, Kenna. I really did not like how she defeated Namor in that movie.
But here's the
So-
thing, though. She didn't defeat Namor simply based on combat. She did it with her brain. She made him be in a dry environment to slow him down.
That part she did, but on the actual combat, she used moves that she should not have knowledge of at that point.
Well, I know
So-
I know you love to see the training montages, but you could excuse it being like she took a little bit of training off screen and then went to,
I mean,
or
who's
like
to say
maybe
she
even
hasn't
the.
trained in general before? You know what I mean? But
Right, because
like,
I feel like in Wakandan culture, even though you're not gonna be always out in the field, I feel like as the princess of Wakanda, she should have gotten a little bit of
my whole
training to
thing is-
defend
my whole
herself.
thing isn't necessarily that she's trained and that she's fought. It's that they had the balls to make her do a move that isn't her signature move. I don't like that she did T'Challa's #1 signature kick.
yeah, it would be cool if she did have her own
If she had her-
signature
if she had her
stuff. You know what I
own thing.
mean?
If she had her
Yeah,
own thing,
right.
it'd be fine. Because T'Challa trained every day for that to be his signature thing. And so the fact that they did that with her really pissed me off because it's like
Mm.
that was a hard move for him to learn himself. And then she just kind of makes it look effortless. And that bothers me.
I
So-
get that, but I think they were trying to do an homage, you know, because it was the whole, you know, Chadwick Boseman
Right,
unfortunately
right.
passed
Well,
away.
I just think it was too quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was
Like,
too quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like all the
Underground-
release of the movie in general. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Um,
I do agree that this should have been it could have been worse. It could have been worse, but I do agree that they should have given it some time as well.
Yeah.
Disney was like, "We're
Yeah.
too money hungry. We need to do it." It's fucking-
Underground asked,
Yeah.
will we see Natalie Portman in the MCU again?
She's
Probably.
in
I don't see
Valhalla,
why not.
So if Thor ever eventually dies and goes to Valhalla, we could see her again. Because
I'm sure
that's what
she'll
she
be
is.
mentioned.
She's
at
she's
least.
hanging out in she's hanging out with Heimdall and Valhalla and Odin. They're all just sipping, having Mai Tais and margaritas. Is that Mickey
It's a-
Mouse?
It's our
Mickey
favorite
Mouse.
guy, dude. It's
It's the
a
Mickey
Kingdom Hearts
Mouse.
version, but it's still the asshole.
He's still the asshole. Sure, blame it on the creation, not the.
Don't blame it
not
on the
the
little
corporate
mouse. He's just a
side.
Damn,
mouse.
I'm
Not the
sorry.
corporate side of-
I can't
everything
help it.
else.
Like Disney is Mickey Mouse.
I know, it's
I like
common.
can't help it. You know?
Yeah, I know. It's
they
okay.
hid behind the figure because they knew that people would accept the mouse.
He's
doing
the
what mouse
face to the
wants.
name. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm,
exactly.
mhm.
But yeah, no. So I feel like on this, like with the Shuri stuff, I'll watch it. I'll give it a shot. Hopefully, it's cool. House of Mouse. Yeah, there you
I
go.
love those
Underground.
movies.
Great show.
Mhm.
I enjoy it, but I just feel overall, I hope Shuri is utilized more as the brains of the situation and less as like the combat strategist. Like, and T'Challa, if T'Challa was going to stay, was meant to be more of a proper tactical leader of the Avengers. And I really hope that they don't go like, oh, you're Black Panther, so you can lead us or you can do this. I hope it's like, hey, you and Reed are going to go in the kitchen and start cooking up this formula we need to go and take care of this business. I don't want her in the front lines. I want her building tech for people. Because
Right, which I'm sure is gonna happen.
my fear is I don't want her coming in and doing like 3 triple kicks on Doctor Doom and actually landing hits, and then you have Mystique there and then 3 other. Because that's Disney. That's the model of what they like to do. I don't want to see anything close to that A-Force scene in Endgame ever again in my eyes.
I mean,
I
that
could
wasn't
not-
that bad.
No, but what it could have led to eventually could be worse. So no,
think
I
that's
like it.
Fine. I think that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
that's like literally hating on the idea of women getting their own thing.
No, I'm
like-
fine with women getting their own movie.
The
It was-
problem.
It gets too cringy. If they use it in bad ways, they make it too cringy.
I
So
think it's fine even with the corny way they did it in the beginning. Simply
That's-
because we're talking about superheroes. Like this whole
That's
shit
fair.
is corny in the first place. Right?
Yeah, the
But,
entire
like,
idea.
Right. But like it's what they did with it going forward was the problem.
that's the issue.
You know
I
what
wish
I
we
mean?
could have gotten good, confident, good female characters. And
Right.
then they were in a scene.
That
together,
would be
then it would've been
that would be
cool.
awesome. That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
I
But
would
like
support
not-
that.
that's
I just don't
not
like that
the
they had a
world that-
scene with characters that weren't well liked. That's my problem. Is that you had Nebula standing there, you had Valkyrie, you had
Well, I think it was just everyone they could get, pretty much. You know what I mean?
that's what we had at that time. But when they
Yeah.
decided to go full force into these female characters taking lead roles, they should have just made good female characters. So that way, when we did those storylines,
I think
then it would have been awesome.
it just got,
Yeah.
Marvel
But
is
you should
this
be- I
giant
mean-
juggling machine, and they're not good at juggling everything.
I think
Yeah,
the
no, I
biggest
like to
issue is the only girl that we had for a long time in phase 1 was Black Widow, and they did not utilize her correctly. And then when she got her own movie, she's already dead.
Yep.
Right.
Prequel, the movie should have came out before, and yeah.
That was a
It's
problem.
like episode
I like
9
what
with
Underground
Leia.
said- I like what Underground said here. The son needs to be the next Black Panther. Not sure. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna age up Tucson. Not probably this film, unless they're keeping it a secret. But I definitely see it in Secret Wars that we're gonna get Tucson as Black Panther, especially on Battle World. They're just gonna age him up.
So
know
Yeah,
how-
probably. All right.
I was gonna
but-
say, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was
No.
gonna be like, Percy. Speaking of
Okay.
ready
Yeah.
to
So
play?
you're same thing. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
all right, we are a legion of creators, and we love our superhero talk,
superheroes. Mhm.
but we're gonna talk about
We gotta
some other
go
stuff now.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go
Mhm.
to the next topic. I'm ready.
All right, Percy Jackson. I have seen the full thing. I know that you and Joe have seen a little bit of episodes.
Catching up.
Yeah. How
many
far did you
watch,
get?
Joe?
How many episodes did you watch, Joe?
I watched
I'm
5
staying out, I'm
episodes.
staying out of this one.
Oh,
I've only watched the
Oh.
first episode.
okay.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna
Okay.
listen to you guys. I'm staying out of it.
So
Alright.
I've only seen the first 5 episodes of the first season.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and
You've
I'm
seen
all
more than
caught
I
up on
have.
season 1 and 2.
So you can talk season 2. That's okay if
Mhm.
I'll let you go first, and your overall thoughts of Percy and like what you think of the new season specifically.
Okay,
Not a
okay.
bad
So
true.
I never really watched the movies. I've never read the books. So I cannot speak on the supposed book accuracy on the show. It is just okay. I wouldn't really say that it's awful. But it does really feel like a generic, hi Melissa. It does feel like a very generic Disney Plus show that you could just see. And I think there's nothing wrong with enjoying it, but I think though Percy himself is just not as strong as a character that he should be, and that everybody else, especially Annabeth, is such a better written character in his own show. And he doesn't really he's taking more action in season 2. I will say that he's kind of becoming more of the leader in a way, but not fully quite there yet. I do think because I'm not fully invested, I don't really remember season 1 well. I remember the big events, but the cut between the finale of season 1 to the first episode of season 2 is jarring because they introduce a new character who I know it's in the books and he plays an important part in the story. I get that. But it just kind of feels out of nowhere, at least to me, unless I don't remember something from the finale, but I literally feel like it's just jarring. But I do think though the pacing is weird, I think overall in both seasons, and the editing is weird too, like how they cut from scene to scene. And I do think season 2 is actually doing something, like the story's like progressing actually, while season 1 was kind of really slow. But at least season 2 it's getting somewhere, but it's still just not, it's nothing amazing, but it doesn't need to be either. But it is a shame that I do think if it was under maybe a different branding, like I could see this being really successful, like under HBO Max. And as much as I do hate on it, the Harry Potter TV show reboot, I see that being better than this show.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I totally feel that. For me, this show just ain't for me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like we earlier on this show, episodes ago, Joe talked about how Alien Earth was not for him. Percy Jackson ain't for me. I'm still trying to give it a shot and like take it for what it is and everything. And I guess there are parts of it I don't mind, but yeah, no, I'm just not like. You're talking about the Harry Potter show. Well, for me, like I grew up with the Harry Potter movies. Like I was
Mhm.
Harry Potter's age as the movies came out. And I don't know. I think Harry Potter is just so much more of a likable main character than Percy is. I find Percy to be very whiny and I don't know. I like you kind of said where Annabeth steals the show. Like I don't know. Like in
Like,
having
I
grown
would
up with
rather be watching an Annabeth show, but it's called the Percy Jackson Show, but Percy's really not the main character,
right.
especially in season 1.
I
In season
think
2, he's getting there.
yeah, I mean, I haven't got that far, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I like a little bit more bravery out of my character, my main character.
I also
Uh,
think even though I never read the books, Harry Potter or I remember I tried to read the first Harry Potter book, but I couldn't get into it. I never read Percy Jackson. And everyone's like the show, even though there are changes, it is supposed to be more accurate to the books than the movies were. But then again, I'm like, well, maybe the books themselves just aren't that good. Like, I think his name is Rick Riordan is the author. I just don't think his books are that good, or I just think the concept again is like maybe Percy Jackson, the son of Poseidon, is just like not that good of a main character, and that it should have been like Annabeth as the main character because I think the concept of you have the demigod children of these Greek mythology gods going to camp and they fight, they go on quests each summer. I think that's a cool idea. But I just think the way that they're probably I mean, it could be the show's fault because again, I don't know anything about the book, so I really can't speak on
well,
much on it,
it's
but
definitely got those Disney vibes.
right, mhm. Again, like I said earlier, it really feels like a generic Disney show. Disney Plus
Right.
show.
No, it's just they like to just put their Disney formula on top of other
Mhm.
things. Like we talked earlier in episodes before about Predator Badlands.
Mhm.
Like it's the same thing where it's like, okay, this is a Predator movie, but very different from all the other Predator movies we've had. And it
Right.
definitely has a real Disney feel to it, like so
Mhm.
they just do this to
Um,
things.
King Sora, I mean, Percy Jackson is mostly about the whole thing about mythology, Greeks and see, like, I get that. I get that, but like, I just read the recent issues of Absolute Wonder Woman, loving that comic, and that feels so much more tied in with Wonder Woman and her Greek gods compared
Well,
to Percy's. I know those are very different things,
no, I
but
I agree with that, but like at the same time, I just feel that Wonder Woman run is like much more aimed at adults. You know what I
yes,
mean?
it is
Where
more mature compared to Percy,
Percy,
where it is meant for
right?
younger.
And there's something to be said. As much as I want to say, like, I wish he was brave like Harry Potter. Like, you take like Diary of a Wimpy Kid or something, like something maybe more relatable to an actual kid getting thrown into this world of absolute like craziness
Gods,
and
yeah.
yeah, chaos and Greek
Yeah.
mythology. Yeah, you know what I mean? So like there it I think everybody should at least try to give it a shot. It's not for everyone, but nothing is, right? I
Right.
mean,
And it's not awful. I would never describe it as bad. It's just mediocre,
all right.
generic.
Uh I'm cool to move the Fallout.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. Not much to say about
I got nothing
Percy.
to say on Percy Jackson.
Mhm.
I'll watch it eventually.
I'll
All right,
get there.
Fallout. Luke, you can go on Fallout
Well, no, I want
first.
Joe to go first.
Oh, okay.
Because we're talking about all details on episode 2.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Spoilers,
really
guys, a little bit for Fallout, but we're only on
yes,
episode
spoilers.
2 of
Spoilers.
season 2. We're not far in the show at all. So
Yeah, I really liked this episode. I know you had told me previously that you have issues with Lucy as it was, and some of the stuff you mentioned about the Knights. You said there was some issues with the Knights, or that you felt they were going too corporate.
just not necessarily the knights, but the other leaders of the wasteland. Essentially, I thought it was just kind of on the nose. But keep going.
Were you talking about what's his face? Hannah Montana's what was it, the little character, the little short kid with his
Norm?
little like minions? Yeah, was that what you're talking about?
No. I was talking about the wasteland leaders, like the meeting they have later
Oh
in the
yeah,
episode.
and then with the Knights people present, and then
Yes, that
yeah,
part.
okay, yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, no, yeah, I really liked this episode. It's interesting that that Lucy has gone from, they're on this quest and they're doing all these things. This is the first time I feel like Lucy has really been okay with leaving someone behind. Like literally like going like when she left the ghoul in the facility that they were in when they saved the girl. I was really surprised that she was capable of doing that because she's always been like, I have to save everybody. That this is a world where we gotta be nice to everyone, even if they're mean to us. So the fact she was able to be like, oh, I'm gonna give this girl the shot and save her, but I'm gonna leave you because you've been like a bad boy or type energy. It's like that's what made me think. It was like you're being punished because you were mean and didn't even want to come help save.
No, that's sometimes it kind of how it feels that way with Lucy because like it's the whole Vault Dweller effect of being so wholesome, But
it's interesting she's so wholesome in this world. Like I get they have to have characters like that, but sometimes it gets a little like, really? You see how cool this world is, and you still wake up every day, and it's like happy days.
I would argue it's like right. The world is cool, but you should always. I know that sometimes you have hard days, but you should always put up a, positive front, right?
And
that's how you change it to be better.
I like that about her character a lot, but I also feel that you have somewhat of a point here, Joe, where like, it's she always does want to do the right thing, but like then like what she does in the newest episode where she trusts a complete stranger, like with knowing nothing about them, and like even the stranger's even giving them not friendly vibes on like the journey to where they're going. You know what I mean? And like she just it's like she's smart enough to get through everything she's been with season 1, right? And like she's clearly like her brother Norm, who's too smart for what's going on in the vaults, right? But like then she and it's the writing of her character I feel more than her actual character, because I feel she should be a little smarter right now than to do what she just did. And that's where I was getting at, what I mean?
That makes sense. I do think that her storyline with the ghoul and like with her going back to like the people's like village or whatever, I feel like that storyline is probably the weakest storyline of the episode. I actually think the other storylines are more interesting. Like I really do like, even though there's the whole thing about like the leaders are kind of weird. I like the leader stuff. I think the leader stuff is very interesting that they're like that we're diving into.
I like that. Yeah, I like that they're going there with it. You know what I mean? I just think that they did a very stereotypical, like on the nose representation of different factions, and that's what I didn't really like. You know what I mean? Like here's clearly the like gun toting. Oh, that's American. And like I didn't really
hear you.
It
does feel
and it's like the one guy that truly feels like a leader is the Brotherhood of Steel. And like maybe that's the point they're trying to make of why they should be the leaders. But like
I'm just glad we finally got the Brotherhood of Steel stuff, because we didn't get any Brotherhood of Steel stuff in episode 1. And so it's nice that we're getting back to that stuff, because in season 1, that was some of my favorite stuff in season 1. Like I really like Maximus. I really liked all the stuff with the Brothers of Steel. And I think that this is really, really good. And I like that we get to see more of Max in this episode. I like how we see more of his backstory and him being saved by being in the fridge. And then even in this base you even show that they have like a new fridge that they take the creature out of. I thought that was a nice little detail. I also love how like in this episode you have Max trying to babysit the 2 other guys in the steel armor, and they keep trying to like pass the grenade back and forth, and he's like being the civil one, like, come on, man, this is serious, like this is a meeting, what are you doing? And then he gets picked on by the one guy, and then they have that fight. I love the fight, like kind of the like Fight Club vibes of like, oh yeah, we're gonna fight, no armor, bareback, but by the way, you don't need your armor, but I'm gonna come at you with a knife anyway. So
of course. But that's like the thing I really love about this show is like, okay, maybe I don't like what they're necessarily doing with a character. I still love like the overall thing they're doing with those characters, even if it's not in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, like Lucy and the Ghoul is like the innocence versus the like becoming a bad person. You know what I mean? While Maximus is like, going through his own thing. Like they're all good. And then I love Norm's story too with the Vault Dwellers and like, you know, the comparison of Surface Dwellers' life versus Vault Dwellers and like how much they
It's
really
cool
aren't
that-
prepared
it's
for
cool
this
that
world.
Norm actually finally got out in this episode. I like that he got out of like the vault and like now they're pursuing something else. So I think that's cool that he finally got out because he'd been in there for a while. It's cool that he found a way out. I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, oh, that's a nice payoff.
I love how when like the one woman gets out, she's like, and someone ate my snacks. like,
Yeah.
and, like he
That was
ate
hilarious.
everyone's snacks.
Yeah.
yeah. He's
They
like,
write
find a
humor
way
pretty
out for
good.
me.
They write humor pretty good in this show. Like when there's the little subtle moments, it's not too much. They
Which-
kind of pepper it in like it's almost like a great souffle, right? You got to have your spice, and they just kind of pepper little bits in, and like, oh, that's kind of great. I love that. I like
it
the
perfectly
scene.
matches the humor of the games as well.
Yeah,
which is
I
just
really like
great.
the I also really like the scene. What's going on with Lucy's dad? Like all the experiments he's doing with like the mice, and then like they're all like blowing up, and at a certain time, and then he tries it with a human, and like it was just crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, do we know like what the point of the experiment is? It meant to see how long before they can?
Oh, so
Well-
so you know those little in the back of their necks, that little device? He's trying to bring back an old technology. And basically what
Right.
that does, it brainwashes, people to do, because like in the opening scene, where that guy is carrying the nuke to Shady Sands.
The first episode.
Yeah.
Oh no, that scene. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no, that's
scene.
also the first episode, right? Or no?
No, it's the opening scene of episode 2, because this is where we're seeing young Maximus and how his parents put him in the fridge
Okay,
to
right.
survive the bomb. He had that in his back of it, in the back of his neck, because we know that Lucy's dad was the one who sent the nuke to the town because his wife, Lucy's mom, ran away there.
Right.
So what he's trying to bring that back again is essentially, but it's obviously not working right now because everyone keeps blowing their heads
Yes,
up.
that's his
So
goal.
Right,
Yes, I like
and-
that. I like his little storyline. I think that's pretty interesting that he's trying to figure that out. Still making him kind of the bad guy out to be, that he's still up to something. I think that's kind of cool. Very good fleshed out storyline. I guess they're my favorite thing this episode. I've never been more excited to see him. But I love it when they're having the meeting with the Brothers of Steel and all the different leadership, and then you just get the like in the end, you just get Chopper pulling up in the base, and then Camille Gianni comes out of the plane.
that
scene
was
great.
surprising to me.
I did
was
not
like, "Hey,
expect
it's
to
that
see
guy."
him in the show at
Yeah, me
all.
neither.
I remember he
But-
was cast. I remember they made big news about it because he is kind of up there in the acting department now. And so, but I was like, and I remember reading about it, but I had no idea who he was gonna play. And I love his entrance. How he's like, "Oh yeah, I wasn't invited, but I guess I'm here." So
I
thought that was
actually
cool.
see him working in the show. I really
He's
do.
gonna work very well in this show. He's gonna be very.
Yeah,
I think he
because-
could even be a fan favorite for some people, like because he looks like he's got that energy. Like I'm gonna like him a lot.
Well, he got in great shape because of Eternals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like
Dude,
he's
might
got
even get
that
some
going
fire
for him
fight
now.
scenes in here too. There might be some
Right.
good fight scenes for him in here.
And
That'd
he's
be
just-
pretty cool.
I think he can balance the seriousness with the comedy probably the way this show needs. I
Yeah,
can see
I
him
agree.
fitting right in with the vibe of the show. I really
I
could.
saw the trailer for the next episode and it looks good. I saw like at the end when the credits roll, they pull the trailer and it looks good. It looks like we're gonna get a lot of him. It looks like
You gonna
he's
start
gonna be-
playing-
What'd you say?
You gonna start playing Fallout, Joe?
Maybe.
It's a great game, man. I'm playing them. I
played
love
them.
them.
I played them a while ago. I'm like, I love the games. I think they're great.
They're so good.
I can't wait till they
They're
make another one.
so good.
I love
There's
them.
Fallout 5. It's coming out, my dude.
I can't wait. You know what I'm really excited about with this season because I keep referencing it and we still haven't gotten there yet. I can't wait till we get to Vegas in this show because I think the
Same.
Vegas stuff in this show is going to be amazing, and
I
I
agree.
can't wait.
I'm
Like,
glad
I'm
we
actually-
aren't quite there yet because I want to get there in the games. I'm like trying
Right.
to catch up right
Right.
now.
No, it's
So,
interesting too because I feel like this show. I really liked season 1, but with all the TV shows we've had out right now, this show kind of makes me feel like all the things that I kind of crapped on Andor for. It feels like I can kind of appreciate about this show. Maybe just the different words, and you're not Disney, and you have other companies, but I'm interested in all the conversations, all the characters, the politics, all
I know what you
interesting.
mean. It doesn't feel like forced down your throat the way that Andor kind of does. Even though like it's fine. I think Andor is pretty good, but
Yeah, I gotta pick it back up.
it's definitely like this is a political show. Like, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
But while Fallout feels just so natural. You
It
know what I
feels
mean?
natural.
Like
Everything about it feels natural. You can't say you know what the show is. Like you're watching Fallout. Like you wouldn't say, oh, like if someone asks you to describe Fallout, you have to say, oh, did you play the games? Like you can't say, oh, it's like this thing or it's like that thing because you're getting a little bit of everything. So you can't really
yeah,
say,
it's kind of unique. You know what I mean? Like the best you could do is like, well, people go in the ground because nukes go off. You know what I mean? Like, and you can kind
yeah,
of describe it that way. But funny enough, before we switch off Fallout, I was looking up like all the because we're gonna jump into the year wrap up here soon enough. I was looking up all these TV shows that came out this year, and I come across one, and I'm like, that looks a lot like Fallout, and it's called Billionaire's Bunker.
Mhm.
Right? Even the name is like it's a Fallout thing, right? And it's a ripoff essentially of Fallout, while saying it's not a ripoff. Just about the rich people.
we should
Like it's
watch it.
interesting. It's
Compare,
like a
we should
straight up
watch it to compare
Netflix
notes.
show. Yeah, right.
We should
It's a
watch
straight
the
up
compare
Netflix
notes
show.
and be like, how much is it really like Fallout? Like,
Yeah. I started watching it. It wasn't bad. It's better than Stranger Things.
oh, we're gonna get there. Don't worry.
I think we're going there right now.
Yeah, we're heading into that. On that note, yeah, Fallout is awesome. We're only 2 episodes in. I really like this episode. I'd give it a 9.2 out of 10, and I'm ready for episode 3. So
Yeah. I love it.
I'm loving Fallout, man. I'm loving
And
it.
if you haven't watched Fallout, season 1 is really good as well. It may take
Mhm.
you a couple episodes to like actually get into it. It's a little bit of a builder at first.
Yeah, slow burn, but it's
Once-
good.
It's really good. So
Mhm.
you should give it a shot.
Better than
All right,
Stranger Things.
It's
Season
time. It's
Fallout
time.
5 is the last one in the series. I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah,
It's
I'd have to look into that. I'd have to look into on that for sure. I never heard that. I just knew they were making a 5th one. I didn't know it was the last in the series.
You know what
Because
is
these
the last of
companies-
the series? Season 5 of Stranger Things.
Is it though? That's the question.
No, there's gonna be a spinoff, and you can't make me watch the spinoffs. I'm not watching them.
I'm not making
Not even
you.
for this.
I'm not
even for
making you.
this.
I'm not making you. I mean, I'm
I'm-
pretty sure, like, once, like, obviously, Stranger Things is a huge thing. It was a whole thing. And, like, when spinoffs come out, we're going to have so many topics on this show that eventually we just have to pick and choose what we want to talk about. Because it's our podcast.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, I mean, yeah, if Luke and I are watching it, we might mention it from time to time. But you don't always have to be updated like us.
Yeah. Yeah, no. No.
I'm kind
Stranger
of
Things
curious,
always
King
my favorite.
Sora, where you saw that. Looking it up, actually, they're saying it's not expected to be the last game. They have very little information about that game because they're making Elder Scrolls first.
Pentagon or Kenna.
It would also
Pentagon
really
Star.
surprise me that Fallout 5 would be the last one simply because the TV show is blowing up so much now. And they just said that Fallout 5 is going to be like integrated in with the show, like with the lore. So
there's no way. There's no way it's the last. It's the last one. I guarantee you, whatever that information is from, it's not complete. Because also, if that game comes out and it makes bajillion dollars, they'll make 6. Like
yeah,
it's
that's
really,
what I'm saying. Like it's all
Yeah.
building back up. It's getting popular again. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
doubt they're
okay,
gonna
so
just like
that's
end
some
it.
interesting
But
stuff.
yeah, stop talking
Yeah,
about
I
Fallout.
heard.
Yes.
I
It's hard
heard-
for me.
Yeah.
So Melissa said some things. Yeah, I heard that Stranger Things Part 2 wasn't that great, still decent, but what many fans expected. Really hope that for their sake, the movie saves it in a sense. It's not a movie, it's just they're putting the series finale in theaters. Don't say it's a movie. It's
Oh,
it's
but
not, it's not
watch.
a movie.
Watch. They're gonna make one. They're gonna make
Yeah,
a
they
Stranger
probably
Things
will.
movie.
They probably
Just
will.
watch, dude.
And then Metal says, yes, there's going to be a spin-off, and then there's also going to be an animated version. Yeah, we've
Yeah,
done this.
I'm not watching the. Listen, as much as someone who loves animated things, I'm not watching it. Especially because I just find the concept to be so dumb because it's set between at first I thought it was season 1 and 2, but apparently I heard from somebody else that it's set between season 2 and 3. And I'm just like, why? Why do we need more content of the previous seasons? And I
Yeah.
get it, money, and like people want more, and people, yeah, like I get it, I get why, but also still, why? Because like, why would this be like? It's just not interesting to me as a spin-off concept, even though it's animated, and I'm sure it's probably going to be decent. But then when it comes to the future spin-off shows with like these characters, it's like no one care. The biggest disappointment that I feel like every Stranger Things fan or most of them have about this season is that the main group has essentially been pushed to the sidelines, especially 11. She used to be the whole, like she was the glue in the like first season because it was like all about her. And all of a sudden she's not important anymore, unfortunately. And so when you try to do a spin-off with the show, like even if they were to do like a Hopper spin-off, I'm sure, Hopper has a lot of fans, but it's not gonna be
Very
as
what it
strong
was.
as the first group in the first season. And I just don't think people really care about like the side characters really. And again, people will watch it for sure, but it really would have been better if they just cut it off and they just ended it
Yeah, we
with
got
Stranger Things season 5.
a couple chats here.
Mhm.
Brandon, hey Joe, hope you're having a good day. Yeah, it's been great so far, man. Great to see you here, Brandon. And Metal also said for you, Luke. No, they said it was going to be the last one because someone is retiring after the game is done.
Yeah, nah, like I literally just looked that up though, and I can't find anything saying that. It's actually all saying the opposite, where it's like the show is building up, production for Fallout's going. Todd Howard says they're going to continue it, so you're gonna have to send something about that, King Sora.
King Sora also said, well, now she just doesn't care about the show anymore, 11. Well, no one, I feel like the rest of the cast, the original cast, they're ready to be done. Finn Wolfhard's done with Stranger Things. Lucas is done with Stranger Things. Gayton is done with Stranger Things. They're all ready to move on with their careers because they all have something to do. Millie Bobby Brown is going to focus on like her makeup line and raising her kid with her husband. Finn Wolfhard's going to become more of a director than an actor. Gayton is doing Broadway. And I think Lucas will still continue. Caleb McLaughlin. He'll still be doing acting probably, or maybe back to Broadway because he also did Broadway in the past, like Gayton. Same thing with, Sadie Sink. She's in Marvel now. She's gonna be in superhero movies. Like everyone is done with the show. I think the only person that I see probably hanging on to Stranger Things a little bit is probably Noah Schnapp because he's the least successful out of the kid group, I would say. I don't think his career is gonna be
This was his
washed
moment,
up.
though.
I don't think it's gonna be a
no.
dead end for him, but I do think because he even said after Stranger Things is over, he's gonna be picky about what roles he takes. So we're gonna see him less in movies. Like he'll still be acting, but because he said that he's gonna be a little more choosy with his roles, we're probably gonna see him less compared to the other kids.
Yeah, I recognize it. Underground. That's a cool picture.
And also, I just feel like the Duffer Brothers, they have things to juggle. So, like, 11, again, it's like she used to be the main focus of the show. And now she's there, but she's also not really there anymore. So, yeah. It's just a big flop of disappointment for the main cast, I feel like, in season 5.
Okay,
Yeah, but literally, I just read it. Like, just because Todd Howard's retiring doesn't mean that they're gonna stop making Fallout.
Oh yeah, Brandon, we did talk about the Thor trailer earlier. In Doomsday we
talked about all the Doomsday stuff in the beginning of the show. But just to summarize it real quick for you, we're excited. We also feel that like if you're gonna go see Avatar in the theater next week, or if you're going to wait for it to get dropped online probably in another week or so, the X-Men teaser is coming out next week. And I've seen pretty good, I wouldn't say the best quality, but I've seen description and decent quality of it. And it looks pretty fantastic. So, and I'll be doing a video on it later. So, yeah. But so that's going to be cool. But yeah, we're moving on to Stranger Things now. So Stranger Things season 5 is getting some crazy backlash.
Dogged on.
And one of the things I would like to say is like, I think it's not really like, I think this show absolutely deserves all the horrible things that are happening to it in terms of like the reviews dropping down. But the thing that frustrates me is the reason that people are mad about the show isn't the reason that sane people are mad about the show. Like, there are dumb people that are dropping low reviews because they're mad that their favorite ship isn't happening.
Voltron flashbacks.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was a roller coaster. I remember that show.
Anyways, back to Stranger Things. Yeah.
Like, it's like the moment that they saw in that coming out scene that there's no indication of
Byler happening.
They're like, yep, let's drop it down to a 6 out of 10.
I'm sorry, but Byler was never gonna happen. It was never gonna happen. I'm sorry, it was never gonna happen.
Tell them the truth, Kenna. They deserve to hear.
It just never was gonna happen because I think everybody knew Will was gay the entire time. But Mike is such a straight character, and also here's the thing. This is what I've seen a lot from Byler shippers. They think that Mike and Will deserve to be together, but they also hate on Mike because Mike's not giving Will enough attention. So I'm like, so you want him to be his boyfriend, but you also think he's a bad boyfriend. I'm a little confused. And it's like, you know, and I think it's normal to have a childhood crush, and I think it's great that like he had a crush on Mike, and like Mike was like his awakening suddenly, but he can move on and find someone better probably instead of being dangled on, because then it's just not a healthy relationship if they were to be good or canon, especially if let's say all of a sudden Mike is like, I do love you, Will, I want to be with you. Well, like I said earlier, we've always known that they're planting the seeds of Will being gay since season 1, but there has been no buildup for Mike. And as much as they try to like pick and like try to find scenes or like subtlety, like try to make it seem like Mike is somewhat interested in Will, it just wouldn't be good writing if they just suddenly had him be in love with Will, sorry. And especially since season 1, Mike's been obsessed with Elle. And even though there is a chance that Elle and Mike may not last as a couple, which I wouldn't be surprised, but he is so in love with Elle. Even though they had relationship troubles in season 3 and season 4, like they're the couple. Like they were the main couple in the show. So it just wouldn't work. That's right.
So I mean, Metal saying, honestly, I'm not listening to anyone that says it's bad. I think it's a good show. I enjoyed the new season, so I'm sorry.
It's okay that you enjoy it, but we got to talk about the flaws. It's a little hard to ignore the flaws for me.
Like, we understand that you really enjoy it, and that's fantastic. But if you truly enjoy it and you truly want to continue to enjoy it, I would leave right now, because we're going to rip it apart into every shreds of humanity. So, yeah. That's your warning. You're welcome. And so Brandon said, do you think the Mando and Grogu will be good, even though Disney Star Wars has ups and downs? We'll answer that when we're off Stranger Things, Brandon. Right now we're focusing on Stranger Things, but we will answer that question, I promise.
Underground said, honestly, I don't think Joyce had a clue that Will is gay. I would argue this, because in season 1, when Will goes missing, and Joyce is talking to Hopper, and she's telling him about, the details, trying to find Will. She tells him that he was bullied a lot, and a lot of the bullies would call him queer, because they all kind of sense it. They all could kind of tell, and it's in the 80s where being gay is not accepted as much yet. So I think Joyce did have a feeling, because she knew that everyone was picking on him for it when he was younger. So it's just... yeah.
That's why we needed stronger writing, because then we could have actually conveyed those emotions. Like, because I feel like in that scene, when Joyce is told that, I agree with you. I don't feel like it even seems like that she didn't know, because she doesn't seem that surprised by it. Like, it's not that shock. Once again, I will stand and die on the hill that we do not need this scene. Like, I think that if
I think the scene was good. I think the problem though is that it was just kind of it wasn't placed well, I think.
Yeah.
Or also I would
Agreed.
argue it's like it's the end of the world too. Like they're going into this big battle and he wants to get it off his chest and he can only do it now. So I can see that side of the argument too. And I think it's just like if it was with I think it's weird because there's Murray in it. He doesn't really know Murray. 8 is there. He doesn't know 8. If it was just like him, his mom, Jonathan, and the rest of the kids there, then I think it would be good. Robin and Steven
this
there.
Sort of thing should be like a close friends and family like type conversation instead of like announcing this at like almost like you're ordering lunch at like a PA meeting or something. Like, how about you like pull up a couple of them and go downstairs and have a meeting with them?
Right with the close friends, because like I think Jonathan, Charlie, what's his name? It's Charlie something. Charlie Heaton. His acting was so good in that scene. He was crying and like him and his mom they will always love Will no matter what. I think that was a really good scene, and you have his friends accepting him, the original gang, and then you have obviously Robin and Steve accepting him. But again, with adding like Murray or 8, especially 8, who just got here, it's like, well, it kind of ruins the emotional beat of the scene because it's just awkward because they're just standing there listening to this and they have no connection to Will whatsoever.
It's realistic in a way, though. It's realistic
Sorry?
in a way.
Yeah, that's true. I get that. That one season was a little weird with the one that was in it with the boyfriend, then he died. Which boyfriend?
I don't know.
Bob,
I don't
think
remember
he's
the
doing-
first 4 seasons as well, to be honest. It's been a while. But
I think he's talking about Bob.
I'm really upset about the scene where Jonathan and Nancy break up because
Yeah, that's
I'm upset
bad.
about it
That's
too.
bad.
I'm upset about it too.
because for me, I didn't understand that at all after having watched it. And then when I heard someone say that, I was like, wait.
The Duffer Brothers had to do an interview to confirm that they broke up because nobody knew what was going on in that scene, which is a
Right.
bad sign. That's a bad thing that they have to explain their writing.
It means you failed
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
Bob.
as a writer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that really upset me. with
Will
the
you
show.
not marry me? Like, shut up. I'm sorry. Like, what?
Well,
It's so
it
dumb.
felt like it was still a proposal scene, just like we're about to die. So
Right.
like we not
That's
actually
what
get
I assumed.
married.
I assumed it was like,
Right.
yeah,
But he was boyfriend and girlfriend with the mom. That's mostly in the whole series.
I'm sorry. You're not
Are we
making
talking
sense.
about? Yeah, I don't know what that means. But
Yeah.
I think the Jancy scene is definitely it goes on too long, and it's just it makes no sense that they did it. Like I heard
well,
something.
I think the
that-
scene itself is fine. It's just like
Yeah.
the fact that that's what you meant out of it is like that
Yeah.
doesn't
What?
make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like if that's the thing you wanted to convey, it needed definitely to be written
Yeah,
differently.
that needed. Like I think the acting is good. I think a lot of the other elements of it is good. It's just the fact that they had to do an interview and explain what it was.
And I just feel like looking back now, part 1 just feels like this giant like waste of time. While things did happen in part 1 that like mattered, like it just there's so much more they could have put in it. It's 4 hours worth of content and like
Literally. And like, it's hardly moving. It's
yeah,
hardly
it barely
moving. And I'm
moves.
like, part 3 is literally dropping tomorrow. And I understand that they still had to set up things in part 2, but also it's like things are working out for them because nothing dire has happened yet.
Yep,
Not
and
truly.
the new
And
piece of
then
news. Oh, go ahead,
They
Kevin.
keep getting, yeah, I just have one more thing to say. Everything is working out for them, and yet nothing is progressing. Which you would think if everything is working out for them, then the story should be progressing, but it really isn't. So,
Yeah. No, I agree. But I don't know. I don't agree with this really either. The show they add a lot of characters and kill them off a little too quick. I think that's not the problem. Like the problem is there's too many characters and they don't know how to juggle them all, and they won't kill anybody off.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Especially the
Like,
main characters.
right. And it's like it would be better if there was more stakes. Like,
Yeah, they refuse to kill characters, and so apparently
They play it too safe.
The
Right.
new thing I found out a couple days ago is apparently in Volume 2, they cut a lot of scenes to maintain. So this is the thing that's really dumb. They said at the beginning of the season that all the episodes were going to be TVMA, right? And now I don't know if it was Netflix or the Duff Brothers decided on it, but they wanted to hold their TV 14 rating so much that they cut out specific scenes in Volume 2 to keep their rating.
I gotta say something about that. I do believe that there's probably cut scenes because obviously that happens in TV shows or movies, you know, making something. But everyone's jumping on the bandwagon of like, release the original Volume 2. And I'm like, guys, there is
Right.
no crazy cut scenes that were very relevant. Sometimes the show is just bad. And there is no other, like, sometimes the writing is just bad and there is no cut scenes, because why would they even cut out such a major plot point of a scene for, I mean, I think
the
Joe would
Snyder cut shit, and it's like, okay, you're gonna let this person actually do redos of
Mhm.
filming things. Like, that's one, not originally what they tried to do, and then
Right.
two, like, it still sucks.
Right. Exactly. And also, Joe, I do think that there is truth to what you're saying of like, there probably were cutting scenes to not do the TVMA, you know, trying to play it safe. But
Yeah.
there's also people, I'm just saying there's also people who think there's cut scenes of like major plot points or like shit like Mike going to the Upside Down, like just crazy, like
Oh, I don't
whatever.
think
things.
that at all. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's,
I know.
I
I'm
don't
just
think
bringing
this
that
is-
up because I feel
I
like
don't
it's
think even
relevant
from
because
cut
I've been
scenes
seeing that a lot
that this
from the
will
fans.
change. I feel this is more like a Batman versus Superman Ultimate Justice situation where
Yeah.
it's a longer version of
Mhm.
what we had, but it still sucks.
Yeah.
Like I doubt it's gonna be major plot points. I think it's like more like, oh, there was actually brutal things that happened and they cut it because they were trying to hide certain things. And
Mhm.
I think that's because they wanted to maintain their rating, which is so weird to me because they make official announcements that it's going to be it's going to be TVMA, and then they're like, oh well, we want it to stay TV14 like the other seasons. I'm like, make up your mind, and that should have been made up before the season started. Like, why are we going back and forth on like what's going on?
I think part of why you get such the negative backlash on this season is because it's just like, this is the final season. It's all coming to this, and it's just really disappointing.
Awful. Yeah.
You know, like,
Mhm.
there's no other way to put it. Like, it's just
Right. It is disappointing
disappointing.
of a finale.
even
Mhm.
even if it's like not even that bad, it's bad in the way that this is all you got for the ending. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, yeah.
And
I'm
I
like,
just
how
really
is
hate
this
that they
like-
lied about having a 10-year plan. They had no 10-year plan. It was originally going to be just one season, but it was so
Right.
successful that they're like, I'm going to make more for Netflix. You
It
know?
would have been more obvious too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But we're
I
hitting
agree.
about an hour now, so let's get on to
Mhm.
our
Yeah, we
2025
don't
wrap
need
up.
we don't need to spend too much time on Stranger Things.
We
That's
said what we
wow.
needed to say.
You can find us in other streams complaining
Talking
about
about
it.
Stranger Things,
You
yeah.
want to see my full in-depth thoughts? Watch my video.
Yes, Joe has a review out.
So yeah, we're gonna do top 3 movies and top 3 TV shows, and then we got one each that we're gonna dog on from each too.
Mm.
So
Yep, and then we're gonna kind of debate and choose if we can agree that we all hate the same one, or if we all like maybe say, oh, I think this movie actually isn't that bad, but you're saying that's the worst one. No way that movie's worse than this. Like, so it's
Right,
gonna be
yeah.
fun. Underground said G.I. Jane, let's freaking go. That's what he calls Nancy. Like, dear
Oh.
God. Yeah, so
I do
yeah,
love
so-
Nancy, no matter
so
what.
are we doing TV shows first or movies first?
I'm thinking movies.
Okay, movies
Alright.
first.
Top 3
I think
movies.
I think Ken should go first on this one.
Okay, my top 3 movies of 2025 are number 1, Sinners, number 2, Frankenstein, and number 3, Superman. Those are my top 3 movies.
okay. You want
Good
to talk
choice.
about
Good choice.
So number 1 is Sinners because I just love I'm really into vampires, but what I love about Sinners is that they did something so new with the vampires, or not even new, but they brought it back. They did something new, but they also brought back like an old rule that you haven't seen a lot of vampire adaptations recently, which it's such a small detail, but it clicked for me because it's the whole like letting them in. You have to invite the vampires in first before they can get to you. And that's not really done a lot anymore, but I liked how Sinners brought that back. And also like the acting with Michael B. Jordan playing both the twins, like it's so good, and also the story of like what it's so nice is that it's perfectly done as a historical piece and fictional with adding the vampires in, representing the real life monsters in the world during that time and even now. Um and I just liked the culture, like the scenes of like how oh, what's his name? Miles, that's the actor's name. I can't remember the character's name. But like, he's singing a song, and then the scenes where they're cutting through black culture through the decades from their time to the future and even past their time, and then there's even Asian culture as well, because they have the two Asian characters serving at the bar, and like the community is all together, and it shows how the community is strong together. But then with the antagonist of the vampires, it shows the outside trying to break the community apart. And I just think it's so well written. And I think it's just has a beautiful soundtrack, great cinematography. I think every actor in that movie is so good. No one is real like there. I really can't say anything negative about that movie. It's just really good. And then number 2 is Frankenstein. Um, I think it is a Netflix special, and it was playing in some movie theaters, but I really wish it was a theatrical release fully. But I understand because Toro has a deal with Netflix because he made a Pinocchio movie, I think last year, and that was really good. And this Frankenstein movie is even better than that because I love how he's actually making changes and adaptations of these like stories, but he's still keeping it um the same in a way where it doesn't feel too different, and then you get those people that hate the new changes in the movies or adaptations. So, and like again, like Oscar Isaac is so good as Victor, and like I'm not really a fan of Jacob Elordi because of his past roles where he plays like the pretty boy, or he plays like the toxic ex-boyfriend and like Euphoria. But he's so good as the creature, and I really hope he gets more roles like that in the future because it looks good. And also Maya Goth, love her, and she gets to play the mom and the wife to Victor's brother. And it's just so beautifully well made as well, especially with like the aesthetic and the costume designs too. Another great like historical fantasy piece, I would say, just the same as Sinners in that aspect. Um, and it's a simple story. It didn't leave like much of an impact on me, but I just think it was super enjoyable and a good recommendation. Especially, I think it's the best Frankenstein adaptation out there if we're going based on the book. And now there is some changes that they do make that's different from the book, but it doesn't hurt it in either way.
Okay.
And then Superman for third place.
Do you like the changes?
I do like the changes.
Okay.
I think it helps the story. I think it makes it better in some aspects. And then Superman is third place. And it was a really hard tie between Fantastic Four and Superman because I love both of those movies. I think those are one of the best superhero movies we got in a long time. And even though I'm overall, I like the vibes of Fantastic Four more, I do think because the theater experience that I had for Superman really left an impact on me compared to Fantastic Four, I think that's why Superman is better. And I think even though I liked how Fantastic Four was kind of confined in their own little world, essentially, Superman opens a more broader, like a more open world to this story, especially as the first setup to the DCU as well in the movies.
That's pretty cool. I like everything you said about all 3 movies. Those are all 3 good choices. All right, Luke, you're gonna go next.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah,
I do not have an honorable mention for a movie. No.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, I'll go next. So for me, and we'll do the worst one at the end of all 3, of everyone. So the my number 1 right, was I did something not so serious, right? My favorite movie this year, or my number one movie, either way you want to put it, drum roll, is Toxic Avenger. All right.
Yay!
I really
Choice.
liked Toxic Avenger. I just thought it was fun. It was like a throwback to like 90s feeling. Just that gross, goopy, like I grew up with all that stuff, you know what I mean? So like it was fun to see it come back. It also had a message, which I enjoyed. I think like for what I was expecting out of a Toxic Avenger reboot, like it really surprised me in a lot of ways that I liked. I mean, I love Kevin Bacon in it, and I love Elijah Wood in it. I think Peter Dinklage does a great job as the actual Toxic Avenger. I thought it was fun. I liked it a lot. You know, I
I
just
was
really
really
enjoyed it.
surprised that Kenna didn't put that in her list.
Well, it was a good movie. I really did love it, but I was just thinking more of the quote unquote more serious kind of movies. But
Sure.
Toxic Avenger's good.
Yeah, I went a little less serious with mine, I guess. For number 2 was Superman for me. I really liked Superman. I've already rewatched Superman like multiple times. It being the beginning of the new DCU, really, like it really feels like the beginning, even though it's technically not. Like you have the Suicide Squad and you have Peacemaker and Creature Commandos that technically all take place before Superman, right? Not even technically, but Superman just feels like it's the first real, like it's the first movie in the timeline of the new DCU. Well, it's not even the Suicide Squad is.
Suicide Squad
But
is
like
the first one, but still,
it-
right?
that was technically still a part of the old DC universe, though. I think,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And like it's been
Mhm.
integrated into the new one. So like, really, this
Yeah.
is the first movie that's like fully a part of this new thing, and it's exciting in a lot of ways. And I think it's just a good Superman movie. Like we finally got Superman back to where he should be, like where he is just Superman. And maybe that's boring for some people. Maybe not everyone's into that. That's fine. Yeah, 1A, 1A, 1A. Like it's got great scenes. It's got quotable
Mhm.
scenes in it. You know what I mean? Like I really enjoyed it. I think it's great. For number 3, even though I do think that Fantastic Four was also a great movie, I put Weapons for my number 3. Because really, even though I'm not crazy about like the twist of the movie, because I find the movie kind of predictable once it happens. Um, I still love the way that this movie's filmed and the way that it builds up and the way that you really have no idea what it is until it gets shown. And it might be a bit disappointing. And maybe some people knew what it was. I just was kind of for a while like really like why you're trying to put it together, you know what I mean? And I like movies that do that a lot. um and I don't know, like the first half of the movie really I just really enjoyed, and I know that doesn't sound like something that you would put on a list like that, but even though I'm not a fan of the second half necessarily as much, I still think it's a great movie. You know, and also I haven't seen a lot of these movies that came out this year, so my list is a little bit more limited. I haven't seen The Long Walk or Running Man or even Captain America, or like I haven't seen a ton of movies this year, so
Flash
I have a
Gordon.
different type of list going on over here. Honorable mentions, quick.
Mhm.
I put Predator Badlands on there, because I still enjoyed it. It may not be what I wanted like out of a Predator movie really, but I think it was fun, and it was fun to see Wayland Yutani like kind of get integrated into everything. And sure, it has a Disney feel, but I think it's also like a cool sci-fi movie in the way that it's just on a different planet with like other types of aliens and stuff. Like it's a fun movie, you know. That's how. Don't take it too seriously. Like I said, my list is more on the less serious side, right? And and here's the absolute kicker is my other honorable mention, which is Anaconda. So nobody's gonna have this on their list at all unless it's bad movies.
I mean, I'm gonna
But
go see it. So I mean, who knows? We'll see.
yeah, I mean, I think you'll enjoy it though. Like I think it's
I think it'll be, I
getting
think
a
it'll
little
be
bit
fun.
too much hate. It's just a dumb comedy, dumb fun comedy. I had fun with it. For me, I grew up with the original, watching it with my mom, so I saw the reboot with my mom. So like it's kind of like memory milestone in a way. That makes it more enjoyable for me in general. There's a few surprises in the movie I don't want to give away that I really liked. There's some funny parts. Like I think it gets dogged on a little too hard. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. I don't know. So that's me. How about
We
you,
live
Joe?
in a world where people want to dog on it, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So that's a good list. I like how you guys were different. Like you had different takes.
Oh, for sure.
Did you see
Very
Sinners
different.
at all, Luke?
I haven't seen Sinners. I haven't seen Frankenstein. Like I really dropped the ball on watching movies this year. So
All right, Joe, your list.
oh
are
no,
you
I think
frozen?
Joe's frozen.
I know he's frozen. Uh-oh. It's because he said you didn't watch Sinners.
He just pieced.
Hi AJ. Oh no, he's gone.
No, that
Oh.
was me.
Oh, I see.
Wondering if that would do it for him.
Fix it. Oh no, he might have to
I wanna-
leave and rejoin.
Yeah, I
That's the
wonder if
only
he
way.
knows he's frozen. What bad timing too.
I
like
know,
now-
literally, it's his turn.
Joe's turn. Hey,
Hey, yeah.
gone.
Um,
Can't talk bad about Sinners. That's why.
yeah. But they were talking about how they're making another live series with a whole new cast. Is that about Stranger Things, Sora? Or probably.
Another live series, a whole new cast. Yeah, I feel like I've been saying it. I think they're gonna make a Stranger Things continuation here. I don't think Netflix is just gonna be cool with being like, hey,
Yeah, no way. No way. They're gonna make
They
it.
buy
They're
all
gonna
that
make.
money.
Yeah, no, they're gonna milk it. They're gonna milk it. The
What up,
Stranger
White
Things.
Vision Prime? How you doing?
But yeah, you should watch Sinners.
Yeah, no, I should watch Sinners and Frankenstein and a bunch of these movies. And I thought about watching them all this week. Like being like, oh, let me do a big movie catch up and Fallout.
Fallout. Yeah, I know. Sucks you in.
I'm in the wasteland. I can't get out of it. I just want to play
Frozone,
Fallout.
froze Joe. Yeah. That's what happened. Trying to
Good
find his super suit.
Trying to give him a few minutes to come back, but if he doesn't soon, we're just gonna move on to TV shows.
The TV shows. All right.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I do want to say though, speaking of TV shows, if you like Fallout and you like Ella Purnell, you should watch Yellow Jackets. If you like
Yeah.
kind of spooky things.
I'm gonna give it a
That's-
shot. I'll be watching it soon enough.
Vecna got Joe. Oh no, Joe's in the upside down.
It's all the hate on Stranger Things.
I know. That's how they got him.
Who's
Jake,
coming after
Jake
him the whole
will
time?
have to save him. In the season
Yeah.
finale, Jake the Cake will have to
you
save
guys,
Joe.
Jake's supposed to be in this season, you guys. Like he's supposed to be a cameo of some character.
Yeah,
He's saying he's
yeah.
gonna be Derek. We're gonna see.
He's adult
Keep your eyes
Derek.
peeled. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what we got a little hint here. So.
That's the juicy news that we got about Stranger Things.
Do you think Netflix making spin-offs of Stranger Things is a good idea? I'm just curious. I mean, it can't be a bad idea. It's probably gonna make money either way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's worth a shot. And I mean, what if they make something that's actually good?
Right. What if it's I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, like what if it's even better than the OG series?
It
you
could
know?
be. Different team, like somebody's got a cool idea. You never know. It can happen. But Stranger Things. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's like it's okay.
You guys all excited though? Only 2 days or tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Finale, yeah.
hmm
Who do you think's gonna actually die?
Bro, I don't know, Hopper, because they keep doing that. They keep doing fake out deaths with him, and it's pissing me off. Because I'm like, just kill the bastard. I'm sorry. Underground, I'm the next Sinclair. Don't tell it. Oh, but we already know that you're the next Sinclair. We already know that you're the long lost brother to Lucas and Erica. We know that already, Underground. And that's the
There
new
he is.
Stranger Things spinoff. Adult Derek and new Sinclair sibling team up. Underground and Jake.
My phone decided to die.
Oh no.
No, not my phone. My laptop. My laptop. decided-
Oh, your laptop died, so you had to go on your phone. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need us talk
Alright.
about more Stranger Things.
Okay, so now, sorry for the wait, but now is my turn for my list.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get Joe. All right, so we're doing our first one, then we're doing the next two. So it's the number 1, number 2, and number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so number 1, I got an unconventional pick here. I'm going with Prisoner of War, because Prisoner of War is one of my favorite movies, and it was the biggest surprise of the year for me. And I'll give more details when I go. Like just this movie, I really like it. It almost feels foreign in the way that a Hollywood movie is filmed, because it's like, I usually am a sucker for a lot of Scott Adkins martial arts movies, but this movie being a PW camp like war story and having that like element of the martial arts to it was just different. Like I like how you had American people versus Asian people, and you had like, there was sword fighting in this movie, there was hand-to-hand combat, it was brutal, it had a good score, it wasn't Hollywood fight scenes, it was very well choreographed, very well handled, and I really enjoyed it. So I really loved that one. And then number 2 on the list, of course, this is a really tough one, but I've decided to go with Sinners as my number 2, because for all the reasons I kind of love Sinners, I actually have different reasons for loving Sinners. So like for me, one of my favorite things about Sinners is the fact that Haley Steinfeld, I think, did an amazing job. I think her turning from regular human, like I think her name was Mary, from Mary to like vampire, was very well handled. And nobody's talked about this character yet, but I really like Jack O'Connell in this movie, who is like the lead villain vampire. Because I really think that he, like, Ryan Coogler does a great job directing once again. He does, this director does not miss. He's incredible. And then, like Kenna says, Michael B. Jordan playing the 2 brothers, very well executed, very amazing. It delivers on every level you could expect. But then there's the other people in here, like Jack O'Connor is so good. The way he fits in with the story and everything. And the whole, we haven't had a vampire story told like this in a long time. And I really enjoyed it. I really thought it was really fantastic. And it will probably, even though I don't keep us in line with the Oscars, I would hope that the Oscars pay Sinners some sort of attention, because it is a world-renowned movie that a lot of people really want Sinners to get recognized. And of course, number 2, similar to Kenna's list and Luke's list, we have one movie on our list that's equal, as I got to go Superman. And for me, Superman is a movie that not only kickstarts the new DCU, but you have a Superman movie that introduced characters like Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner, and it took us years, guys, but we finally got a great Lex Luthor, and I'm happy to hear that it finally happened. Like, I know people say, "Oh, well, Michael Rosenbaum," but that was TV Lex Luthor. We need to see a real good movie Lex Luthor, and Nicholas Hoult knocked it out of the park. I love all the 1A meta stuff. I think David Cornsweet did an awesome job. I think Rachel Brosnahan did awesome. And I think I think this movie, we were talking about yesterday about dogging on James Gunn's Guardians movies in his past. This is one of my favorite of James Gunn's movies. And for me, I have a personal connection to this movie, because at a time when 2025 can be described as quite a dark year for some people, and I know Luke knows what that means. I felt like this movie isn't just a movie I enjoy; it's a movie I needed. It helped me put myself on a path of balance and peace, and how to be hopeful and how to survive in that world. And I think that just makes me happy. I really feel that made me very, very happy. And I walk out of that theater time I watched that movie, just in theater experience, I'm smiling, I'm singing the song. I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. I had lots of fun with Mr. Terrific. I mean, the music's great, and I commend James Gunn for not doing the entire movie all needle drops. I think the score of Superman is beautiful and is wonderful, and just everyone did a great job. I can't wait for Man of Tomorrow. I'm very excited. I'm excited to see where the DCU goes, and I think this was a great film. I think each of these movies all serve a great purpose on my list, and I think each of them, I think I said very well why each of them deserve to be where they are.
Any
All right.
honorable mentions for your
Um,
movies? Like,
honorable mentions. I think I'm gonna have one. Honorable mention. I'm gonna go with Running Man, because
okay.
Running Man was almost on this list. It was almost on this list. But I'm sorry, you just can't beat these three movies. Like Running Man is a great movie. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's different. It's a good Edgar Wright film, but it's just not quite those levels of Superman. Not quite the levels of Sinners, and definitely not quite the levels of Prisoner of War. So, yeah,
Did you end up watching The Long Walk?
I haven't gotten to yet.
Okay.
I gotta see that too.
I can't find a way to watch it without having to
Pay. I know it's annoying.
buy it or rent it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be in a streaming era where they make it free. Once you pay your subscription, it's not really free because you're paying a subscription. But then
Yeah.
oh, you have to rent everything and you have to buy it.
I know it's the dumb.
I'll
Good
watch
stuff.
it eventually.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yep.
So, everyone's worst movie of the year.
Tron Ares.
I could have predicted this one.
I had to pick Tron Ares because, to be honest, it's like, well, I haven't really seen any bad movies. Like, I wouldn't even say Predator Badlands was bad. At first, I actually had FNAF 2 on my list because even though I did enjoy it, it's objectively not a very good movie. But
It's
then I
sad
thought
that you
about
saw a movie that you think is bad twice. That's sad.
well, I mean, I did see FNAF 2 twice, but like, it's fun. It's like a funny, like you make fun of
Right.
it. Tron Ares though, I'm like, well, I enjoyed FNAF 2 more than I enjoyed Tron Ares. So Tron Ares gets the worst movie of the year. They cut scenes of Cameron Monaghan. I didn't appreciate that. Jared Leto, he did good in this role, but like he definitely did hurt people seeing this movie and how this movie would be perceived. Even though I understand that he put money into making Tron, so like I respect that in a way, but also it's like it's Jared Leto, so it's like I liked how they did callbacks to the original Tron, but it's like it's just not as good as Tron Legacy. Like I think there are good moments in that movie, but it's just like I really just felt nothing about it. It was just like out of all the movies that I've seen this year, Tron Ares is just like, well, I saw that and that was it.
Wow.
I haven't seen it, so I can't really say much. But
I will say that I was close between two movies. With your take, and I'm not going to talk about other ones. We're talking specifically about Tron Ares. I can contest that it is one of the worst movies, but because you guys did not suffer in theaters the way that I did with another movie, which we'll talk about in a minute, I think this other movie is far worse than that one. Because for Tron Ares for me had no potential. Tron Ares Legacy was great.
you expected it to be bad.
I kind of expected it to be bad because of the fact that the moment Jared Leto was announced as the lead, I think we all could have assumed it was the worst the moment that he was attached. I mean, they've literally dubbed this guy franchise killer. Like they literally have dubbed him that name. So, but I understand why. I agree with all your points for why it is a bad movie. But for me, someone's not going to put Legends as a bad movie. I was
Franchise killer.
Karate Kid Legends is pretty. Karate Kid Legends is pretty bad. That's crazy.
Like I never thought about that, and it's like
That's
that's
what they
so
call-
brutal. That's so brutal. He'll never be in another franchise again, dude. It's literally 3 in a row.
Which is
Like,
crazy considering he's gonna be Skeletor and He-Man.
Fuck, he got He-Man.
No.
I mean, he's not the lead in that franchise though, so maybe there's hope.
But he's playing Skeletor.
He's in it.
A vital
But he's a weird
vital
dude.
character in the
Maybe his
movie.
weird attitude
Joker
will
wasn't
fit
the
something
lead.
like Skeletor. Like, maybe him being weird will finally benefit him.
Joker was weird.
Yeah, but that's on Zack Snyder not making good movies.
That's not even him. That's what's his face.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't remember.
Whoever
You're
made
No,
Suicide Squad.
yeah, my vision.
Yeah,
I feel you.
confirmed he's gonna be in He-Man.
He's gonna kill He-Man. Fuck.
Oh, no, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Well, I want to give the movie a good chance when it gets announced. I'll see it.
No, I'm still gonna watch it.
Hopefully it's good, but we never know. Again, yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Bury me.
Movie to compete against Tron Ares, Luke?
So I didn't see Captain America, so mine's Thunderbolts.
What?
What?
No!
Me and
No!
Luke were talking about this last night, and I'm like, Joe's gonna get you.
Oh man.
How dare you say Thunderbolts?
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry.
That makes me sad. I'm gonna have to severely debate you on that because that's like
That's what she said you would do.
Thunderbolts. Like, and I know someone might hate me for saying this. I think Thunderbolts is the best Marvel movie of the year. Like, I like Thunderbolts more than I like Fantastic Four, and I know that's a crazy take. I'm probably gonna get slayed in the comments right now. I know. I love Thunderbolts.
Let me think about that.
What do you say about that, Kenna?
I said, let me think about that.
Yeah, no, Fantastic Four was good. Thunderbolts, wow, it had some good character moments. You know what I mean? Like, I like some of the
Fantastic Four was
bantering.
better.
Yeah, some bantering and stuff. Like the third, it's not that bad. But where I think Thunderbolts falls completely apart is where there's just like the villain. Like, one, you don't have like a real villain, right? You're using the Sentry as your actual villain. But on top of that, the woman that's controlling Sentry is like the woman who's Elaine from Seinfeld. She's just like, I just think it's written way too silly and way too not seriously enough when it comes to the villain aspect of the movie. You know what I mean? And like, she's doing all this stuff that's like, I don't know, obvious to everyone what she's doing. Like, nothing about her is clever. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's just really weak villain. And then like it also transpires into a really weak ending with Sentry. And I could see how some people could like it. You know what I mean? But also, I had something kind of traumatic happen to me during the ending of this movie. You know what I mean? So it also, I have an extreme negative connection with the movie. Seeing it in theaters. You know what I mean? So like, that's me.
Not everything is gonna work for everybody, and
right.
Understandable.
It was a bad day for me. It was a very bad day for me. Okay.
I see kind of saying her thing about, she thinks Fantastic Four is better, and everyone has that right to that opinion. I liked this movie was one of the things I give credit for this movie, and even though it is a small thing, it just makes me, and I don't want to go down this rabbit hole again, but when I think about this movie, for some reason, I think about like stakes and about Stranger Things comparisons because of the fact that a little girl that had no big important part to the plot can be killed just out of existence. And the fact that this movie is about mental health, I think they carried that very well. I think that the idea of the movie dealing with such a dark theme, I think they deliver on that. And I think, there isn't necessarily a quote-unquote villain. I think they do some really cool things with Sentry turning into the Void. And I think when they do the Void, I think one of the things that this Marvel movie gets credit for me, this is the first time in a long time that Marvel made a movie that feels like a movie. It feels like it has a beginning, middle, and end, and it feels like that you get a story. And yeah, you could argue the character moments, whatever, but I like where we end up, and I like where we start, and I like everything in between. Like I think it's a solid movie. But I hear your criticism from your sides too.
My other, like, I don't know, just the Bucky stuff. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Bucky all of a sudden being like, a senator?
Yeah. Not to win the argument anyway, because my movie is I've seen the worst movie of the year, and there's no debating it once I talk about it. There's no chance.
Let it loose.
Captain, yeah.
No chance against Captain America: Brave New World. It's not happening, because I'm sorry, this movie should have been amazing, and it was.
I get that.
It was, for me. I've been rewriting my rankings of Marvel movies, next to Thor: Love and Thunder and Ant-Man 3, this might be the next worst.
Oh, and Guardians too.
Yeah, and Guardians 2.
No, I was just kidding. No,
But, I mean, I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that situation. Like this movie, like you haven't seen it, so obviously you guys won't know. But like you've probably seen the problems online discussed. Like,
I know.
The people that watched Falcon the Winter Soldier and wanted to and liked that series for what it was, this movie totally destroys what made that movie special. They take Sam Wilson's character arc and they destroy it.
I agree that doing a movie way too fast. It should have been season 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I still stand by that.
The
It
movie's
also
bad.
feels like this movie took forever to come out at the same
It
time.
That too.
And they changed. And so here, I found out this recently. Actually, I think this is the worst thing ever. I found out that we live in a world where, because people had issues with it being, it's meant to be a political thriller, and people got mad about it being politically based. So they changed the movie to Hulk focus because it was supposed to be about Sam Wilson dealing with the consequences of the world. And even though he's Captain America, a political figure, they decided, well, people don't like politics right now, so we can't do this storyline of him dealing with these political figures and this. And they copped out. They got all mad, cut their original version of the movie, and went Hulk focused instead. Which doesn't do justice to Sam Wilson, because the movie feels like you're watching 2 different movies. You watch the beginning of this movie, like, oh, is this Captain America and the Serpent Society? This is dope. I'm loving this. Then you get to the second half, and like, what the fuck is the leader and Red Hulk doing in this shit? Like, what? Where's Bruce Banner? Am I watching the Hulk movie instead? Mr. Theater Manager, I didn't pay for Incredible Hulk 2. I paid for Captain America 4. And then he looks at you like, it is Captain America 4. I'm like, no, it's not. It's Incredible Hulk 2 without the Hulk.
Bait and switch title. Another case.
Nah.
It's just
But
bad.
they can't
man.
make just Hulk movies. That's the weird part about the whole thing.
It's just bad though. Like, it's like there was a vision. I've seen what this movie was supposed to look like, and there was a vision of this being a really good movie. And even for people that are Sam Wilson haters, I think people could have still enjoyed a good story with him, because I think there was one to tell. And also the other thing that makes me so angry about this movie is there's one aspect of this movie in the beginning of this movie that's used as a plot device that if it was the movie would be 100 times better. And if this movie was Sam being trained by Isaiah Bradley and dealing with racism and dealing with all the different like mental issues that like they were setting up, even in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, this movie would be 100% better off. If it was Sam and Isaiah like getting in touch with their culture and really just trying to survive in this modern world, it would have been amazing. Because Isaiah's in this movie and he has a role, but he's not used to his potential. So yeah,
Right.
I'm going Captain America: Brave New World, and I don't think that you guys can make a compelling case that yours are worse, because I'm telling you, you watch this movie, you guys are gonna hate this movie. This
I don't know. I
movie's
think I
bad.
would like him more than Tron Ares. I
This
think I would
movie is-
find more
is
enjoyment
so
than
bad.
Tron Ares.
That when they announced, I once was the biggest Anthony Mackie standout fanboy, like loving everything he was in, all the stuff that everything was. But they had him like going up on press and promoting this movie and saying how great it's gonna be, and obviously that's his job, whatever, right? But when I hear the name Sam Wilson, or I see Anthony Mackie's face on TV or on a promo when he was announced for Doomsday, even though he was obviously going to be in Doomsday, I got mentally ill, like just immediately sick because of what's happened with this character. And yes, you can fix it. Yes, there's a lot of ways they can fix the writing, but just the idea of seeing him again, it makes me cringe. It makes me sick because they destroyed him, and it makes me sad.
I mean, I think that's fair. Like, obviously, it's not a good movie, and like, I agree that I don't think the movie should have been made this soon. And you know, the constant reshoots is definitely an issue as well. But Tron Ares, I felt nothing. I feel like I would at least feel a little bit something, a little more enjoyment for Captain America 4 compared to Tron. That
But
is
see,
my
I had
one.
no hope for Tron. I had hope for Captain America. That's
But
the
when
Well,
difference.
that's you.
something's that bad though,
Hmm.
like I don't know. Does it like sure it went to your expectations, but at the same time, it's still just bad.
It's a bad made movie. It's a
Yeah.
bad made movie with bad
I mean,
problems.
Having
And you
not
can
seen
see-
either,
You
and
can
kind
see
of
in the movie where the reshoots are meant to be. Like you can see when you're watching the movie, like, oh my gosh. Like there's a huge gap of like when they jump over from Giancarlo Esposito being the villain to okay, hey, now we're doing the Red Hulk stuff as a leader. You can see where the jump cuts are. You can see where
right.
the
I've heard
edit-
that.
the editing is bad.
Right.
So,
I get
Now, I will, as someone who's seen neither of them, I feel, and at first I was going to say Captain America, but Kenna made some very good points just now about how, like, she would think that even you would get some more entertainment out of Captain America. And honestly, I feel that way as well because at least it's connected to the MCU. At least I'm seeing other things that I'd be interested in seeing. While in Tron Ares, I would be just probably like, I don't care about any of this.
yeah, but you don't
You
have
know what
to
I mean?
watch. But here's the thing: you don't have to watch Tron Ares. You can choose to skip Tron Ares. The way the MCU is set up, you have to watch Captain America. Like you're like at some point
I
you have to
haven't,
sit
and
down
it
and
hasn't
watch.
really affected me too
Yeah,
much.
no, it hasn't
you know what I
affected
mean?
anything.
So like, you don't really have to. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
I
I
I
just
get
feel there's
what you
more
mean.
pressure than watching Tron Ares
No,
because
you're right about that. But like, I also don't like Tron enough that I haven't watched any of the Tron movies.
Right.
So there's also that. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
and this just Jared Leto. I mean, I really like the idea of the soundtrack
Fresh.
done by Trent
Right.
Reznor. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really into that. But I'd have to see it. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go. I think I would rather watch Captain America.
all right. Well, then I guess kind of wins with Tron Ares.
Yay!
I mean, it was rated way more low than Cap was too. I will say.
That's fair. That's because, like
Yeah.
I said, there is potential. You can see where the good things should be in the movie.
Sure.
It's just they don't stick the landing. That's, I think, the base issue.
All right, time to say. Have we said our TV shows?
TV
Oh, it's
No.
time for
tab.
TV shows.
Why don't
TV
you start
shows.
this time, Joe?
Top 3. Your top 3 TV shows. Joe's going first.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
going
let's
first?
Joe
Okay,
go
I'm
first
starting
this
this
time.
one out? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, and this is the order I'm going to do. I know this might be a controversial order. I'm going to go Wednesday season 2. I'm going to go as number 1. I'm going to go Welcome to Derry at number 2. And this one's going to surprise people. I'm going to go Peacemaker at number 3.
I am surprised.
So I guess I should defend each of these. All right. So Wednesday season 2. I already loved Wednesday season 1, but a lot of the changes from the feedback from Jenna Ortega, the fact that she's the lead character of her own show, at least Netflix doesn't try to, at least creators on this show don't control actors to the point so much so that they can't give their own creative input to their character. Like, you would think Millie Bobby Brown could go over to the Duffer Brothers and be like, hey, you should start letting me do things, right? Like, no. Jenna Ortega was so upset about what happened with her character's stories in season 1 that she went to them and went, hey, we need to go and like fix this. We need a different vibe to the season. And they delivered on that. And unlike Stranger Things, cough, cough, Wednesday has actual stakes.
Now, were you
Characters
giving Netflix credit or the show credit?
We're giving the show credit.
Okay, because I was going to
I'm
say
saying the show's
The Witcher
better.
came
I
out
was
on
just saying
Netflix
that it's
too.
funny that they're both on Netflix and one of them didn't interfere with it at all and just let them do their thing. But then the other
Right.
show has terrible writers. So at least the
Right.
writers
And
here
I mean-
was good.
Also, look at The Witcher, where they wouldn't even listen to Henry Cavill. So
Yeah, that was bad too. No, in general, there's a million examples of it, but the writers of these shows definitely play a role. I was happy Wednesday was good because it was a long wait for Wednesday season 2, and usually that means it's gonna be bad. And so it was cool that it was good, and I really liked it. And then next up, I mean, we've all kind of talked about Welcome to Derry, but I've watched a couple more times and given a lot more fluid thoughts and opinions. I'm gonna actually finally do my review today actually about it. I really like this show. I mean, especially as someone like as a prequel to the It movies, and like, yeah, it's funny because like you'll notice on my list when it comes to this and Peacemaker, their both weakest points are both how they handle their finales. Like the only reason I'm switched here is because I feel like I got a lot more consistency out of Welcome to Derry than I did with Peacemaker, because I feel like with Peacemaker, we'll get there in a minute. With Welcome to Derry, we all love Dick Halloran. We love how the character's used. I like a lot of the kid characters. I like how in Welcome to Derry, a show that happens to involve young kids. Oh, and there's stakes. Wouldn't you think about that? It's kind of crazy, right? There's actual stakes. Characters die in the beginning of the series that could potentially be main characters.
Well, I think that part of the big
Stalker.
problem with that too is like Welcome to Derry isn't afraid to be rated M. While
There's another
Stranger
thing, right?
Things is.
It's not afraid. They go for it, and I would say like, well, I do have issues with the back episodes.
HBO and Warner Brothers are far superior to Netflix.
Yeah,
so.
I think those first 5 episodes really, really stand out for me. I guess episode 7 a little bit too, but I have some issues with 7, but nothing major. So I would say, yeah, overall, Welcome to Derry really was the show I wanted it to be, and I can't wait for season 2. I really enjoyed it. I really thought it was great. I really like the minor things in the back half, like the issue with the whole older lady connection with Pennywise stuff is just it's not the best. But other than that, I think like episode 6 is a real not great episode. But episode 7 is pretty decent. And 8, well, I do have issues with it. I do still enjoy. As a finale, I think it still did its job. And over time, when I think
do
about,
remember you saying you hated it.
I rewatched it.
Okay.
I was so upset the first time I watched it because I really wanted all those kids to die. And then as I've seen the real horrible show, being Stranger Things season 5. Now I've been like, at least
Welcome to Derry wasn't so bad.
At least the principal died, and at least there was some good stakes that happened, and there was actually some cool things that happened.
It's funny, because like there were times I'd be just like, Pennywise would be standing there and it like just didn't feel as menacing as it should have been, because like the whole clown CGI thing, right? But like now you take Vecna, who is a way more potentially menacing character, and he feels way less menacing than even Pennywise does.
You mean with the fact that he keeps saying it's time and doing nothing and just
yeah, a lot of that.
And also, I just prefer Henry. Like when we actually get to see Jamie acting as like Mr. Whatsit, I find him that is more scarier to me in a way compared to the big CGI monster that he is.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I just felt like, I feel like I really like Welcome to Derry, and as I've come more in tune with rewatching it, I really do like what the show is, and I like the potential for another season, and it makes me actually want to watch another season. Well, like if they announce Stranger Things is getting a spinoff tomorrow, that's like just the continuation of the show, as we all are foreseeing happening. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't want it. It's over. But overall, so now people are probably wondering, why is Peacemaker number 3 on this list? Now, I love Peacemaker more than around the same amount as a lot of people. But maybe it's just that for me,
you're not
a lot of people are mad in the finale that you don't get the cameos that you wanted, right? My issue has nothing to do with the cameos. My issue with the finale is that episode 7 felt like the finale because you had a grandiose fight with Peacemaker and his brother. Like the way they ended that story was really good. And I don't know what it would look like for the finale if you have the brother come over to the regular Earth or what you do. But I just felt the ending of Peacemaker, even though Rick Flag Sr. threw Peacemaker into salvation, it lacked that finale oomph. Like it lacked that this is a finale and you need that kind of big stuff to happen. Like, yes, they set up checkmate. Yes, they set up salvation. But the overall finale, like, yeah, they had the Foxy Shazam concert stuff. and some fun moments, but there is no real conflict in the season finale.
But like for me, and this is what really annoyed me about the backlash of the finale, was like everybody's expecting a cameo. Everybody's expecting a cameo. There was never a cameo promised. You know what I mean? Like people hype themselves up.
Right. And that's
Right.
what I'm telling you. I don't have an issue with the cameo thing. I want the story.
That was just where I was starting. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
okay.
I was gonna say, just to top it off, like that I don't think every finale has to be written this way. You know what I mean? Like I think it's okay to have the episode before be the climactic episode, and the episode
Right, I
8
guess
just
that
kind of
makes-
like simmers things down and sets things up. Like I think that's okay, and I think like that's a part of the annoyance for me with the backlash of like people being like, it's not like, not everything needs to, like, that's the problem with Stranger Things, is they're saving everything for the final episode.
Yeah, that's
You know
fair.
what I mean? Like I'm okay with them spreading it out and just telling a good story.
I just felt like there was so many things that were left. Like I know that he threw him into Salvation, but I feel like we could have got, if he's gonna be the main villain, they're building him up into the villain of the show. We couldn't have got one more fight with Peacemaker and Rick Flag Sr., like an actual fight instead of being tricked before things happened. Because I just really feel like the more I think about it, what I loved about season 1 is when you got to the finale, you had the one episode where, you know, you thought the dad was the villain, right? So they had the episode where they beat the dad was taken out. That was great, right? And when you got to the finale, we're killing butterflies and having this epic showdown with
Sure.
everything. And I wanted that grandiose. I wanted that, especially because like it doesn't seem like we're going to see another season of Peacemaker for a long time, if they even do one. So like, for me, it's like, go out with a bang. Do something wild. And yeah,
See, for-
Salvation is wild, but like, I wanted something.
I'm just right, like Mark Bernard on Black Man Beyond. Like the most boring part of the superhero movie is the big bad fight. I am right there. That is me. That is how I feel about most of these things. I don't care about the big bad fight at the end. I care about the emotional journey we made on the way. Right.
Right.
And I am emotional storytelling. That is what I care about. And
Yeah, see, for
Peacemaker
me, for me, a
great.
lot of the shows that I watch finale based, I like the element of, especially if there's emotion with it. I wanted to have that big bad fight, but still bring the emotion. Like, especially if Peacemaker was going to be stuck in Salvation, maybe you have a scene where I would love a scene where like maybe he's trying, Chris is trying to appeal to Rick Flag Sr. and trying to like, you know, say, I'm sorry what happened to your son, all these things. And then he's just not accepting it. And then he's
Yeah.
just
Well,
eating it
here's the
like
thing: is that he doesn't need to accept Peacemaker's apology, because at the end
Right.
of the day, Peacemaker was the one who killed him, and it's that complicated feeling. And like, yes, we know as the viewers that Peacemaker does feel guilt, but feeling
They're building
guilty
up
doesn't
more.
change the fact that Flag Jr. is dead,
That's true.
or to Rick
I-
Flag.
And I like the idea that like this is becoming an even bigger thing that's going to be addressed later on.
Right.
in the
And I think
universe.
that
You know
definitely
what I mean?
will happen. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like they threw away. You know what the thing that really bothers me? Maybe it's the comic book in me. I really don't like that they just threw away the Earth X thing right away. That's
Oh,
not
I
the-
do.
You like that? You like that?
I do. I love everything they did with that show, dude. For real. Like I am completely on that page where I will glaze over Peacemaker, because I just think that I like all of it. Like, and even the big bad thing, like I feel like it's a gimmicky move to like end everything on the like big event at the very end of a show. Like all the shows I think of that do that, it's like Welcome to Derry, Stranger Things, like things that aren't necessarily written as well as the things that don't do that, like Peacemaker and Fallout. You know, like Fallout season 1 finale does not have some kind of giant,
Right.
like big bad show. It's actually a very emotional ending.
But
And
it's
that's
also
part of
there's
what I
different
find very good about
different
it.
kind of shows have different types of things like that.
I agree
Like
with
some-
that. I
but
do
some-
agree with that.
Yeah. But
I
like
just
something like
for me,
this, I
it's
felt like
emotional storytelling for me. You know, you can have your opinion, fine. I don't mean to like argue with your
no,
opinion.
no.
You know what
I
mean?
feel
But-
like I just feel like like I want the emotion, and I felt like we got lots of emotion in those last couple of episodes, and I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
did a really good job. Like some of the things, some of my pros to the series is I like how they developed John Cena into Chris more this season. I liked
I
how
agree.
he got to have his emotional moments. Like I really do enjoy that. Like, don't take this not being my number one and my number two as me dissing this.
No,
The
I know.
finale, I was just a little disappointed in the finale, and not for the cameos, just because I wanted grandiose. And everyone can have their own opinion. They can be different. I just wanted something. I love this show so much. I love these characters, and I wanted something more.
I
than
think
what
it's
it
going to
did.
age really well for you. I think it's
Yeah.
going to age really well for everyone because I think it'll be really nice in the way that you've talked about too, about the DC universe and what James Gunn is doing.
Yeah.
Where it's like different things have different feelings to them.
I think the thing
different
for me
themes.
that I'm struggling with right now is that I don't know, like nothing has come out about Man of Tomorrow, about like when we're gonna see Peacemaker next versus what we're gonna do with Salvation. So like until we know what Salvation is gonna be, like what we set up and what comes out of Checkmate, like do we get a Checkmate show? Is it a Checkmate movie? Is it just put into another show? Like,
But that's good. It sets up things for us to wonder about. You know what I mean? What I was trying to say though was that, you know, different shows, different movies, different characters, they all have different themes. They all feel
Right.
different from each other. What'll be really nice is looking back at Peacemaker and like other things and seeing that not everything has to end with this big grandiose finale.
that's
You know what I mean?
true.
That like some things can end differently. You know what I mean? And that's okay too. I think it'll age very well. I really do.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, then I think is it Ken's turn next?
I mean, I can go, or Luke, you want to go first?
No honorable mentions?
I got no honorable. Let me think. Honorable mentions. Other shows this year.
We'll come back to you. Think about
No,
it.
no, I don't have any honorable mentions. I'm good.
All right. No worries.
I can go first, I suppose. So for my TV
You want
shows,
to fight
I have
about Peacemaker?
number
I'm just
one. Number one is Peacemaker for me.
Awesome.
To make it a little shorter, I agree with what essentially everything that Luke said about everything. But another reason is like I got my friend who isn't really into superheroes, but he was over and I'm like, we're watching the Suicide Squad movie, the James Gunn one, and then we started season 1 of Peacemaker, and the thing is, like, what is so good about Peacemaker is that even if you're not super into the superhero genre, anyone can enjoy it because my friend was laughing through it all, and like
Right.
obviously so was I because we were watching season 1 and it's so good. And then when we had to split up, unfortunately, when he went home, he was continuing watching it without me as well. Like he got pretty far in season 2. I don't think he's finished it yet the last time I talked to him about it, but like he's like into it. Like and he's not into the superhero genre that much, or not as much as me. So like the fact that he enjoys Peacemaker as much as I do, I think that just shows how good of a show
See-
it is.
If I could, I just think people wanted to harp so badly on the ending of the show. But like, look at the quality of this show. Like,
Mhm.
it literally generates more excitement for the DC universe than Superman does.
I know.
And everyone was saying how much better it was than Superman when it was coming out. Literally, we're all saying like, man, I like this more than Superman. You know what I mean? Like, and I could show Superman to a rando and they'll be like, whatever. But if you show Peacemaker, they legit will probably fall in love with it and be like,
Yeah.
oh my,
No, I
like,
get you.
show me more about the DC universe. What are they doing? This is really cool.
Mhm,
Way better than
mhm.
Marvel. You know what I mean? Like,
All right, number 2 on my list, Chair Company. Another one for Luke. Yeah, Luke got me into Tim Robinson. First I watched I Think You Should Leave on Netflix, but that didn't come out in 2025. So then I watched Chair Company. It is a funny, wacky show. I'm still torn on which one I like more, because I know that was kind of brought up, which one's better. I kind of like them both as of right now. That may change. Right, but
this has more time to grow and everything. So
right, and it's the first season, and like this one actually has a plot line, while
Right.
I Think You Should Leave is just a bunch of skits sewn together, one after the other. I do agree that, like, speaking of finales, I think the Peacemaker finale, widely different shows, I know, but the Peacemaker finale, I think, is a little better than the finale for the Chair Company, because that was when it really got wacky.
Oh yeah.
But it was such a fun. I really love how, like, the simplicity of it, where, like, it's this guy and he just does something embarrassing at work, and then he falls into this conspiracy theory about it all, and other wacky situations ensue with his family and strangers. Like, it's just funny, and it's just so random, and I really love that, especially as, like, I love the show Smiling Friends as well, which is also kind of wacky humor that I like, so definitely up there. And then number 3, I have Welcome to Derry. As much as it does have its issues, I did really enjoy, like, sitting down and watching it. It didn't feel like a chore to me watching it, even though I had, every critique ever, but I thought it was a pretty decent prequel show. I think things could have gotten worse, but the way that they handled it all, I thought they did as good as they could. And I'm pretty excited for season 2 and season 3, I would say. Honorable mention is Fallout, even though season 2 just came out. But so far it's really good, even though with just the 2 episodes, and I'm excited for more. Yeah, that's
Nice.
my list.
I love it.
Awesome. Good list. Good solid list.
Guess I'll go. It's not going to be too different. Number 1 for me is Chair Company. All right. Because I have been waiting for this show for actually like 2 years at least. I remember when it got announced. I'm a huge Tim Robinson fan. Absolutely love him. Been following him for a long time. And just to see him get an actual HBO show and like people love it. It's actually funny. Like I'm so happy for him to see him like get the success that I feel he deserves. And it's just really it was just enjoyable for me in general. I watched the whole show like 3 times, except for maybe the finale. That's the only one I didn't get around to watching a bunch of times. But the finale is definitely all over the place. It's but it's wacky, but Tim's good at wacky too, you know what I mean? So like it's just fun. Number 2 for me is Peacemaker. And I don't even think I need to get too into that. Like,
yeah, I think we all like Peacemaker. I think
it was really good, man. The only reason it's not it's arguably number 1 for me because it was just I loved it like so much, and I think Chair Company just has a little bit more of emotional resonance with me, being that I'm a huge Tim Robinson fan and everything. But yeah, no, they're both really good. For number 3. I originally had Welcome to Derry, and then you guys reminded me about Friendlyhood Spider-Man. So I did Friendlyhood Spider-Man. 1, to be a little different, and 2, I mean, I bitched so much during Welcome to Derry that I kind of can't ignore that. You know what I mean? Like, as much as we're sitting here and looking back at it in retrospect of being like, oh, well, Stranger Things, man, Welcome to Derry really wasn't that bad after Stranger Things. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, that's true. But like, I still am on the fence with that show of the like, okay, I want this to be a horror show with drama elements, but it is a drama show with horror elements. And I truly feel the horror is just not well done in it. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't get me as much as like it may be more stakes and it feels more like horrific than Stranger Things. Of course, it's rated M, overrated TV at 14, right? Like, it just still doesn't get me. Like, very little did it. There's a few scenes I thought were actually good in that sense. I think the action was really badly done, and it made me doubt the fact that this guy could do Batman. You know what I mean? Like, while I just saw a trailer for a new movie he's going to do, that's an action movie that actually looks good. So that doesn't have to do with him necessarily as much as the production of the show or whoever's like working on the action of that show. I don't know. Like, as much as Welcome to Derry was a good show, it was well made. Characters were well written. There was good development. Like, there was good writing, 100% in that show. I didn't like it the same way that I absolutely loved Friendlyhood Spider-Man, your Friendlyhood Spider-Man. Like, I love this show. Like, even though it's a cartoon, I was excited to see every episode that was coming out next.
Yeah, I was
Like,
close to putting it on my list because it's just so good. I know
I
Kenneth
loved it.
disagrees, but
Yeah, the animation can be off-putting for sure. And some people don't like the twist that they give him as an origin. I really like that though, and I really like the twist that they give Norman Osborn, and I really like. I can accept the animation. It's almost like a nod to the comics in a way,
yeah.
which I kind of like that. And
It
I
feels
think,
very Steve Ditko.
I don't like that it's 3D though. That's my issue. Is that
oh
I
yeah,
totally
I
know
get
that they're
that.
going for a comic book feel, but it doesn't really look good with the 3D. If it was
No, I know what
2D,
you
I
mean.
would probably like it more.
I'm okay with it. Like, and part of why I'm okay with it is because have you seen how many bad Spider-Man shows there are? Like,
Yeah.
there's so many really bad Spider-Man cartoons. It's really nice to get one that like was just good. And I was
And I
like,
like
oh,
the
what are they doing with this? Oh, like,
and I
and when
liked this one actually lived up to its name. Well, like when one of our issues with MCU Spider-Man is that we're racing to outer space or big super threat, high technology thing. I like that Spider-Man in this show is literally going across the corner to get some milk for Aunt May, and then there's a bank robbery, or there's a mugger, or there's a gang war going on. Like, I think that's cool.
oh,
They did a good job with
I'm right there.
Scorpion.
I'm right there with that too. Yeah, I like it to all of that. Like it actually just feels like a grounded Spider-Man show. It's nice to get, I know that's what most of the cartoons do try to do too, but yeah, it's just I guess from the break from the MCU, just a nice little something different,
And I really liked, like, even just personally, I know people didn't like my take on this. I really thought that Spider-Man actually acted like Spider-Man. Like, I liked that he was different from Tom Holland. He was quipping with the villains, having fun while he's beating them up, and it was great.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. So I put it there. For honorable mentions, I did you guys didn't do any for TV shows.
No,
Or no, you did,
Fallout.
Kenna. You did Fallout.
Yeah.
I also did
Mhm.
Fallout. And I would have Fallout as my number one show if it were actually out. There's no doubt about it, probably. Unless season 2 ends up just being not as good. But I kind of think it will be. But yeah, it's not fair to do that. I think with only 2 episodes of a season out, so maybe if like with Stranger Things, it's like all we're missing is the finale. So I think that's okay. But like with something that's barely out, like it's hard. My other honorable mention is Alien Earth. And I don't care because I liked the show enough to continuously defend it as it was coming out. It's the opposite.
Okay.
It's the opposite of Welcome to Derry, where I was.
You mean the show that made you burn yourself out on watching everything Alien, whatever you could possibly get your hands on?
Yeah, well, you can't rewatch all that stuff too much, But
Right.
yeah, it did. And there's parts of it that really are so hokey and dumb. But I hate the way that the episodes end with the music. I hate it. But there are other parts of the show that I really like. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like with the bad Alien entries, there's still something to appreciate about them. And I think weirdly, I actually appreciate like half of the show. And I hate the other half, kind of. You know what I mean? But I think they could course correct. I really hope they do for season 2. I have hope. I'm happy there's just an Alien show and it wasn't total trash. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, because Alien has been a lot worse than this show before. All right. I can accept getting something that's only this good. Like, at least it's very arguably better than Predator Badlands. Like, at least they nailed their tones while Disney went and Disney-fied Predator.
Yeah.
So like they didn't Disney-fy Alien. They didn't like make Alien something it really isn't. Sure, they made questionable decisions and hokey like plot lines, but like they still work within the Alien universe, I feel. Even if they don't make sense chronologically. But yeah, that's me. For bad movies, I'll go first on this one.
Bad TV shows?
Or TV shows, my bad.
Mhm.
And I think we're all on the same page.
Should we say
thank
that
you so
once?
much, Melissa. Yeah, right.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa.
1, 2, 3.
Stranger Things.
Yep.
It was the worst show of the year, and it's not even that it's like poorly made so much as it is just it's disappointing. It's a
Yeah.
final season. It's built up to all this, and that's all we're getting. You know, like I did put Marvel Zombies as my honorable hatred mention, because we all hated on Marvel Zombies a lot, and I think
Yeah.
that almost deserves it more because like it just was bad. You know what I mean? Like Stranger Things still has things about it that are good, even in the final season. Like if you don't like it, there's still some to appreciate.
Right,
It's
there's
not
some things.
complete dog trash. It just
Mhm.
is so being hated on so hard because you know, like people just expected more. They
Right.
expected more, and like the writing is not great. The developing of the characters is not great. We waste so much time in the first part, like, and then you leave everything for the finale. Like that scene with Jonathan and Nancy, I'm not over it. I'm not over it. You just wrote it so badly. You had to explain it to people. That is literally failing at your job. You know what I mean? Like you guys can go.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I feel like I've said enough why I don't
Yeah,
like
I just
Stranger
feel
Things.
like it's like, you know, like Luke said, it's very disappointing and
Mhm.
it's very predictable. And I don't think the final season should be predictable.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah.
And like, and one of my biggest issue is like, if you're building up to a finale, all your episodes should be as great as it can be leading into that finale. And they're putting everything on the table just because they want this finale in theaters. They're putting everything on the table that they can for this finale.
That's a good point.
And it's
That's a
just
really
like,
good point.
It's like, but why? You're gonna rush yourself. You're gonna use your 2-hour runtime to its max, and literally just go, okay, we're gonna take an hour of this for the finale. Then we're gonna have an epilogue, and then we're gonna do like, I guess sort of character arc finish wrap ups, but it doesn't really feel like there'll be even wrap ups because they've done nothing with their characters.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
So it's just bad.
So I think we should all guess who's gonna die.
Okay. 11.
You can add multiples if you want.
Okay, Steve.
I'm gonna say 8, Hopper.
8 and Hopper. I'm putting them as like you think 8 number 1, you think Hopper 2, Joe, you think 11 number 1, you think Steve number 2.
Yep.
For me, it's a hard one, right?
Mhm.
It is a hard one.
Because I also see I see the other option, no one dying.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
But that was my third. No one dying.
I think Hopper.
Mhm.
And I think Steve.
No.
Me and Luke are both on the Steve train.
Yeah, I kind of agree with both of you.
But I don't want him to die. That's why I didn't put him on the list.
It's in his name, man.
Steve Harrington.
Steve Harrington, Steve Rogers, just to being Steve. You
All
sacrifice
Steves
yourself
must die.
for those you care about. All Steves must die.
All Steves must die and come back. Because that's
He'll
what
return in a spinoff. Future Steve.
I'm gonna put 8 as my number 3 because I
Okay.
think 8 will die because she's
See,
just
I
like
didn't want to
such
put
an
8. I didn't want to put 8
inconsequential.
as a death prediction because these characters I put as death predictions are like actually characters I like and care for, and I'm not gonna care if when 8 dies because it's already so big.
That's why I think she's so much easier to kill off because they haven't built the stakes up for her at all.
But like, if they do kill her off, it's just gonna be like, oh, goody for you! You killed someone that no one liked. Congratulations, character you brought back from nothing anyway. Like it's like, and the thing that makes me upset, like I see you guys saying the Hopper thing. The Hopper thing makes me upset because Volume 1 they did the fake out, and then they had their chance to kill him already. Like they had their chance, and they didn't do it. So
the fake out and the bombs, right? You know what I mean? Like they could, they've set it up twice, and like, but I really like that would be the most meaningful ending is the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think you're
'cause
giving too much credit for them thinking it's going to be a meaningful ending.
maybe we'll see what happens. I think this dragon's gonna show up. I think someone's gonna use a sword and stab it. We'll see.
Yeah, I wonder who would use the sword and stab it.
Where did the
Mike,
sword even come from?
because Mike's the paladin, and
Yeah.
Mike hasn't done shit this season. So.
Imagine that. Imagine that. The one thing that they say Mike did, because I thought the Duff Brothers said something like that. Mike has a leadership role this
Yeah,
season.
Mike was gonna be a bigger role, quote unquote, and he hasn't done shit. So.
He's been in it less than literally everyone. Like
Yeah.
literally, I think everyone has had more screen time.
What is he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Pull the sword out from what? Some like random book or something?
I think
They're good-
Murray has had more screen time.
Then Mike, yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mike
there
Mike
was a
had
time
some
where
scenes in
people-
Volume 1, but nothing in Volume 2 hardly.
Barely is in stuff. He just like there to talk to Will or Holly for like a second, dude.
And there was
And he used to be like the main leader of the group season 1 and 2, and then season 3 ever since season 3 they dropped the ball.
And there was a take that he was gonna be that Murray was gonna be dead at some point this season, and that hasn't happened yet.
It might
Yeah.
happen this finale
Maybe.
tomorrow. So
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if only one or no one dies.
yeah. Everyone's gonna be pissed.
If nobody
Oh, yeah.
dies, everyone's gonna be so
Oh,
mad.
dude, the internet's gonna be on fire tomorrow night.
The thing is, like, I understand the Duffers' problem because if you don't kill anybody off, people will be mad. But if you do kill somebody off, then they will be mad that you killed that character off. You know, it's tricky.
It's good that people are mad though about those things versus being mad about the writing of the show being ass. Like
Right. True.
you should take pride in that you had a good show and that you went, oh, you don't want me to kill your favorite character? Well, guess what? I did it.
Mm.
And I made a good reason
To
for
actually
why
have
I
some
did it.
balls, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I like
That's
that.
why I've come to terms with, and people don't believe this. I've talked to Jake about this. I talked to Chosen. I am of the belief that either Omen 11 will die because they foreshadowed it, or no one will die.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just don't, after Volume 2, and to be fair, me and Ken have had this conversation once. I don't give the Duff Brothers the flowers like other people do.
I
Like,
kind of wish it was tonight now.
Yeah.
of course you do.
Yeah, just to get it over with. We just
No,
talked
man, I'm
about
going
it
to see
so
Anaconda.
much.
I can't be doing that.
Yeah, I know. My one last thought about. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna read Jake's thing. I also think Nancy might have a chance of dying. That has to pay for the consequences for shooting at the wormhole at the end of episode 5. But then her dying in the goop should have been that instead of
That
dragging
should have
it.
been her death.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would have been
but-
good.
But I also don't want Nancy to die. I don't want
Right.
Nancy. But
But that's what
my
is good about killing characters is you don't want to
Exactly,
see
exactly,
them die.
right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Luke wants
great
Nancy
point,
to die
Jake.
because Nancy's Skeletor to him. So
Oh my god.
not
I
attractive
don't want her to
anymore.
die. Damn.
Jeez, yeah, no. My take on Duffer Brothers, is that I think they should have, if they wouldn't have been good, probably not, but it probably would have been better than what we did. I think they should have done the Stephen King route and just smoked something.
Done some wild ass 80s shit. That would have made more sense.
That would have made it more 80s
Yeah.
if they did 80s writing style.
It really
That's
is like
how
a
you should have done
pretend
it.
80s thing compared to like
Yeah.
this is what the 80s was actually like. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, yeah. And I
Mhm.
think Will's whole thing is the big point to that. You know what I mean? Like, I get why they tried to handle it the way they did, but like, I don't know. The show hasn't handled like hatred in general as well. when,
No,
like, the
because look
80s
at Billy. Look how
Yeah.
they handled Billy.
right. You know.
Yeah. Billy was a disappointment in season 3. He was good as a bad guy in season 2. That's another thing too, is that I remember before season or after season 1 through 3, this is what they did. They had like a human bad guy, and then they had, the monster, whatever, for the Upside Down. I think the issue with season 5 now, and that you could technically argue that Henry Creel is the human
Right.
and then the monster. I think it would have been better if and I think
Well,
they're trying to do that with
Dr.
the
K.
Dr. K. Yeah, but I don't care about her. I don't care.
She's gonna be a big deal in the finale.
I bet so, yeah.
Yeah.
But
She is.
still, it's
Because
like
she's already got that
not.
soldier coming after them and everything.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
it's gonna come together.
But it's
They've
her
been
her
saving it.
chasing 11 is just not as compelling compared to the conflict of like Billy harassing her his sister Max for dating Lucas, because clearly Billy's was a racist character, and yet they just never bring that up again, and they try to have some sympathy for his death in season 4. I'm like, I'm not sad about this guy dying. He was a racist. I'm sorry, I don't care. Like,
You're
I know it's a
racist.
complicated. Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, it's a complicated relationship between, like, I get what they were trying to do where Max was like, yes, Billy abused Max, but also at the same time, that's her brother, and family relationships like that can be complicated. But I just don't think the Duffer Brothers can do complicated things like that well in general. So that's where they dropped the ball. They can do good emotional beats, right? Like the Nancy and Jonathan scene.
Yeah, it's still a
But
good scene. It just didn't
still,
portray the message that they were
yes.
trying to give, so they
Mm-hmm.
failed in that way. But like, it was a good scene if it had been about them actually getting proposing to each other, and then like
Right. Or I
like
even
they were gonna
liked
die. But
I even liked in volume 1 where like Mike was like, "You're Holly the heroic," and like he gave her the little necklace
yeah,
with the
sure.
Billy Loomis. No, not that Billy. Not that Billy.
So I think that's gonna do it, guys. That's our wrap up. That's our 2025 wrap up. We'll see
Whoop,
you
whoop.
next year.
Mm-hmm.
See you guys in 2026. See some of you guys online. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. Have a
All right.
great
Bye
one.
bye.
That's a Game Boy production.